Okay, hello and welcome everyone to New Moon 2020 Cycle 12, also known as Blood Moon Cycle 2 or number 2. This is going to be our second week for Blood Moon, which is going to conclude our New Moon series, this New Moon series, and we'll decide on our newest Moon Master, which is the role given to the champion from this tournament. Okay, so before we start, I'm just going to briefly explain what is New Moon for any new watchers, and I'm going to give a brief reminder on where we are in the bracket. Okay, so New Moon is a weekly round-robin tournament where you have public setups after the tournament starts, so every player can see what everyone else has played. The way that Blood Moon is different is that it goes into 2 weeks, or 3 weeks in this case, where by the end we decide the champion. The first week is the round robin tournament, which decides the seeding for the second week, and now we're going to be doing the final stream for this Blood Moon, and that will be starting from the middle of the bracket. So I'm just going to go over now into how the bracket was since last week. Okay, so looking at it now, if we look at this is the winners side of the bracket, and as we can see, so we're going to be starting with Neryth vs Thiago, and then the winner from this match is going to be facing vs Salad. So we're going to be starting with winners semi. So we're going to be starting with Neryth vs Thiago, heading into winners semifinals, and then the winner from that is going to be facing someone coming out from losers bracket. So I'm just going to take a look at that one. Okay, so this is how losers bracket was when we ended last time. So in losers bracket, we're going to be seeing luckytyphlosion playing against Symes, and then SoulXCross playing against Shadow. And then obviously the bracket is going to be built up as we go through, and I'm going to be doing bracket updates as the tournament goes through. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to be introducing our two commentators today, which will be Neryth and SoulXCross. Hello guys.
Hey guys, what's up? Let's get some being fun in here, man.
Alright, it's good to be here. Let's have some fun. Let's cast some amazing matches.
Alright, we'll be heading into with our first match with Neryth vs Thiago. Take it off.
Alright, first and foremost, we're gonna look at Neryth's side, right? Because he's definitely playing these WQ coded folders with the Gundel Soul, and he's trying to trap his opponent with Geddons so he can confirm those Gundel Souls for big damage. And we think it's about 480 or something like that in the sun. Yeah, it's no pushover. He's also trying to punish his opponent for going into anything like a Let Cross or anything like that with those wood chips. Really strong folder.
Yeah, I've also got the Magnums and some in black 3s, so there's a little bit more flexibility in terms of when the summon black comes out. It doesn't have to be at the same time as the Geddon. And the Magnums will help keep Dust Cross in check as well.
Yes, absolutely. I also love that because we're playing W code here, we have barrier 200 in code. But you also went with no tag chips, which is interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about why?
Yeah, so going no tag chips actually makes my... Well, it's better to explain it from like, this perspective. When you use tag chips, it makes the chip order a little bit more predictable. It makes 2 chips always come together in a specific order. So when you don't run tag chips, it makes your folder a little bit more free-flowing. So if you don't have a reason to have 2 chips tagged together, then it allows more chip combinations. So what I realized when building this folder is just that there wasn't really 2 chips that I really wanted to tag together. Just having chips kind of come out randomly actually gives me a bit more option select.
There's also a Navi in your folder that not a lot of people play in Star, and that's Spoutman. And I'm a huge advocate for Spoutman. I love Spoutman. He's one of my favorite Navis. A little less than base, but a little more than roll. And I think Spoutman Star here is really interesting because you get Deep Frost on fire, but it also hits 3 times just like Groundman, but it does 10 less damage base, right?
Yeah, so a big reason for me running Spoutman is first off to deal with Fast Barrier, which Thiago has. It also will take down anti-damage if they happen to have both up at the same time. And then yeah, the decross onto charge is also really good. Especially considering a lot of Gregars like to go into charge early for the Cust Plus.
Yeah. Whereas conversely, looking at Thiago's folder now, we see a ton of Buster Ups and Recovers. So he's definitely trying to bolster this Buster Bug strategy and pin you down with that to do some mashing on the B button there. Pew, 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 pew. So we're gonna see that a lot. It's gonna be great. But we do see some splashing chips. Well, I wouldn't say splash, but we have the Heat Dragon and the Wood Dragon there for helping with decrossing Tomahawk and Electrocross concurrently, and we do see that one slow gauge, which I feel like in a Buster Bug folder you'd probably want that at 2, no?
Oh yeah, so going one slow gauge does leave the pretty vulnerable, so if he comes across a double fast gauge, that's going to be a serious problem for a Buster Bug folder. But yeah, this is a hub batch Bugged Buster Buster Up folder, so it's going to go up to 90 damage per shot because he's running 4 Buster Ups. The hub batch does mean he's also going to have permanent air shoes on after he pops it, so that is probably going to be a problem for my Geddon strat.
I mean, that's until he draws it, right?
Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely going to be some pressure on him to draw the hub batch. Other than that, it's just pretty straightforward here in terms of he has a huge HP advantage. He's got double recovery 300s, so this is really kind of a match where I have to pressure him and take him down before he hits his win condition, because I'm running no gauge and he's running slow gauge, so eventually he's just going to be able to decide, alright, I want things to slow down now. I have my Buster Ups out, I've got my hub batch out, I have my win conditions, and now I just want to close the match out and drag some of these turns down, or drag these turns out so I can do all my damage. And that's really not what I want to see, so.
Yeah, the main thing we're going to see from Thiago here is that turn 1 dust. He has the first barrier, which will protect him, and that full Cust Reg, so we will see dust happening very quickly. And we'll see how that affects the matchup, especially since you don't have any uninstall. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, at least there's the possibility that I can deal with the turn 1 dust, as if he gets greedy and he doesn't full Cust immediately. But I mean, if he plays it correctly, then there's not much I can do about the turn 1 dust.
Alright, without further ado, let's hop into this match and see how it shakes out. Alright, the most important part, getting into the match. Battle 1 to start. Ooh, you're full! Yeah, this is really good start for you, actually. Immediately putting on pressure with that Geddon. No area grab though, so if you really want to get this GDS popping, you would have to be able to either pull Thea forward here or wait a turn to get the air grab, but it seems like you're just gonna go for it. Oh, maybe not. Interesting. Okay, you do know there's a full Cust coming though, right?
Oh yeah, but yeah.
Okay, well, it might not, right? if Thea decides to sit on it for a turn, that's actually a very viable strategy, which means he gets 2 dust sticks really quickly. Alright, B is gonna go ahead and take out that mech chip on Thea's side. And we're gonna see this. Here it is, the pull. Oh, full cast immediately. You still have your hand, so nothing really changed, but now you get a look into the future and see what you might be going for next.
So he actually got invis from his color bug there, so I didn't actually pull him forward. Yeah, you're gonna see he's got the free turn 1 invis there.
But if he comes forward again, he will trap himself. Oh no, but you don't pull forward. Oh yeah, wait. Did he already get Hubbat?
Yeah, he got a turn 2 hub batch there.
Yikes, dude. And double judge, man. That's very big damage. Although you will trade some for your own here. What was that last chip in your hand? Do you remember? It was a GDS and...
I had, I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It might have been Spoutman.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
but this is a little difficult for you now.
Full and a Spoutman for sure.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, this is really tough. Turn 2 hub, no uninstall. I think that's like the biggest weakness to your folder is the fact that it has no uninstall or no way of getting rid of those pesky air shoes users.
I mean, I think part of what makes this matchup a little bit rough is also the fact that it's Falzar versus Falzar, because
Yep.
a lot of the Falzar beast charges are really strong against Gregar in particular, but there isn't really potential for double damage here.
Wow. Ultra Instinct dodge there. Very nice. From Thea. Now he's just trading. Oh, and the uninstall. No. Uninstall being such a polarizing strategy. Getting hit by it immediately removes your super armor, air shoes, removes shield. Oh, a whole nuance of programs. It's really hard to deal with, especially for, well, usually more so for Drago players. You can still play around it though. The biggest loss, in my opinion, is definitely the super armor, because there's no way to get that back, even for Falzar. Oh wait, there is a way. There's ground cross that gives you super armor. Alright, Rush going in here, gonna go ahead and take that Invis away, having to sacrifice Blastman into, wait, hold on, Blastman into Aura. Why no that key? Oh no. Another anti-damage goes up. Buster Plug proccing a lot here. Alright, okay, this is actually not a bad strategy. You can lock in these boomers. Yes, okay, yeah. Going right into Tomahawk Cross, gonna chip charge these boomers. Maybe take out that center row.
No, I mean, he's got hub batch, so there's...
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh.
If he doesn't want to be hit by these, then he just won't be.
Okay, but we will nail down this erase man. Letting it auto timeout. When you're at the top of your row, it will automatically hit. Oh, another anti-damage. Yikes. There goes one dodge. And the Invis. All we need now is a couple of confirmed Buster hits. You clear the anti-damage, which is really good, but looking really slim for you right now. An area grab into Meteor Huckle would be a definitive amount of hits, actually. I think that's 8 hits. And he's trapped, so this actually looks like it could be a good confirm. Yeah, that's exactly what I would go for. Time to button mash. Area grab comes down. Another grab, the anti-damage, which is fine. We can just throw out. Oh no, but he moved. Oh no. Okay, we get the anti-damage meteor knuckle. 1, 2. Oh man. And 2 shots away to the dub. Ah, that was a rough game 1. Going right into game 2, we're seeing an adjustment. We're getting this turn 1 dust, maybe? What are you thinking right now? Like, what was your adjustment?
There's no adjustment for me. Soul, you're hyping me up a little bit too much. Right here, this is desperation.
Well, to be fair, right? Oh, well, he is gonna go dust turn 1. We know that's gonna happen. There's no way. This is the best strategy in my opinion. Yeah. Can we get the pull? Air grab does make it out. B. Mash out this Magnum. Yes, nice. We get a D-cross. That's huge. Geddon's gonna hit the board. That's even bigger. Boom! No, the full cast. Wait. Oh no, the full cast. He's brought it. Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. That ruins the whole combo.
The worst part about the situation here for me is that I got bamboo swords, and so if he goes to the Tengu, I can knock him out, but there's nothing I can do right now if he just goes in the beast.
Which he did, right. You had to throw those away. Oh, we get 1 hit, nice. How much damage are those beast charges doing, by the way? Oh, we still get 1 hit after the anti-damage, ooh!
I think it's about 130? I'm not 1%.
Well, that's not bad damage. That's actually not bad damage at all. I think that does more damage than Bowser or Giga for that breath part. If you get all 3, wow. That's perspective. Magnum will take away. Oh no, it won't! Lyfra denying that Magnum again and Rush going into this aura, so no paralysis on Thiago's side here. And the invisible, he has everything. Wow. I think it's Thea here that actually pushed that L button. You are very content with letting the time run out on that invis and sitting in this this round. Okay. I see what you're saying here. It's kind of hard to just click on these bamboo swords when you don't know if you'll get that confirmed. Oh, nice! That was so smart. By chip charging, oh no, excuse me, by using the Gundel Soul there, you definitely broke him out of that invisible-like state. Oh, but the counter hit! Missing that Judgment, not taking this damage here. We can confirm at least one of these. Nice! Actually end up with the lead in the end of that last round. Really good here.
I think he's still got his recovery 300s though, so...
Oh yeah, that's true. But does it matter if you have the advantage here with getting 8 of these hits on this on this meteor knuckle?
Oh, there. I'm not player 0. Don't think I can
Right? Player 0 always gets max hits. I've never seen him hit less than 5. And that's a Snapple top fact. There it is, Erasement coming down. Oh,
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no, You put yourself in this state. Oh, the recovers are coming down. No, Neryth. What happened? No! Neryth, you trapped yourself! No! Yeah, Uvu, PZ has the perfect luck. That is not a debatable fact. That is 100% true. 100% true. Yes. Alright, waiting out that invis. Oh, but because you stepped down, you couldn't TFC! Neryth, everything is going wrong! What's happening?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yo!
Yeah, I'm living room.
No! Not like this! Not like this, no! It's okay. Oh, we get blinked one time. I think that did 90. Yeah, I would have got rid of that bamboo sword too. There's no real way you can use it. Element Man for a quick 100, and that's all Thea can do at this point. Oh no, but we trapped. Okay, you know what? Maybe that was high IQ.
No, that was definitely low IQ right there. That was definitely an incorrect input.
Hey man, you didn't take Groundman SP damage, right? Alright. Well, actually...
True, the Groundman SP damage would have been like 3 seconds of this Buster Bug coming out.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you're still trapped, right? And you don't have Tengu, you don't have Beast. Yeah, this is why it's really dangerous to go Tengu Beast out, because you lose both those valuable resources immediately. There goes your shoes back up. There goes everything right out the window. Oh, but we're gonna get a D-cross here, but trading paralysis is not too bad. But the double damage doing 240. That's gonna be rough. Bug fix will come down here. Anti-damage will save you from 1 proc. Yeah, he's smart. Okay. If Theo had... Oh, he did it anyway! He went for it! He didn't care about the D-cross! Oh no, but you're too far up, so bubble gonna happen! No! Baby, you failed me! Oh man. That was tough, yikes. I understand why. I understand why here, yo.
I can't believe you guys forced me to relive that trauma.
Theo's sitting giddy with himself. Shout outs to Theo. Yikes, dude. Oh, yeah, that was tough. That was really tough, man. Well, let's try to put that behind us, Neryth. Yo, let's not look at it anymore. Let's move on to the next match. It's over now, buddy. Don't worry about nothing. Whoa, wait! Vengeance is coming your way. The next match is actually Salad versus Thea.
Please, you have to avenge me.
Vengeance!
Oh my god.
Vengeance!
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Well, looking at the setups here, right? So Salad's A code folder is something that is a force to be reckoned with, I want to say. We have the Risky Honey 3s for defense and stall. We have the Elect Pulse 2s for not only dealing with the invis state, or that flashing state that we like to call. It also can make the time go by way faster too, because now you're being stuck in a pulled animation. We have Aqua Sword, which is one of my personal favorite swords. Fire Hit 3 in here. Wait, is that new? No, I think Fire Hit was in here last week. I mean, obviously it was in here last week, but I didn't realize that Fire Hit 3 was in this folder too. Wow, you have nice flexible amount of element damage in here, covering a wide range of decrossing materials in your folder. Yeah, the whole idea of this folder is to use that fast gauge. While in fast gauge, we are going to not only do damage, but we're gonna make sure we pressure the opponent into not doing much of anything for several turns. This is a very good damage dodge strat, but it can also deal enough damage with this folder to simply eradicate the opponent. I think there's at least 2,500 worth of damage here if you look at everything all together.
I think it might actually be more than that if you count everything, but of course a lot of it is going to be mitigated by defense. It's pretty interesting. Double fast gauge, and in a lot of these chips, they come out really quickly, and so if you're in Beast, you have a lot of counter hit potential. You have a lot of potential to knock people out of their own chips because of the almost instantaneous wind racks and elect pulse 2s, right? So you can make your opponent lose a lot of value if you just disrupt their attacks with those chips.
It's very demoralizing. There's nothing worse than feeling like you can't do anything, and this folder is designed to do that to the T, especially when you have those 3 risky honeys for defense in there as well. I can stall out way more time through these turns and burn through this entire segment into the next round where you feel like you didn't use any of your chips at all, or if you did, it didn't work either way because she had defense in the hand or she was just controlling your movement. It's really big mental damage coming out of this folder. And obviously, seeing Thiago's folder, that 1 slow gauge, it doesn't beat 2 fast gauge. I guess 2 heads really are better than 1.
What I really like is the choice to run base anomaly here, because while Meteor Knuckle can theoretically do more damage, base anomaly is it's both more reliable and less reliable at the same time. It can be really hard to hit base anomaly against permaholes, but if you could point blank it, then the damage is insane, 640.
Yep, it's a lot of damage.
Whereas Meteor Knuckles, it could theoretically do more, but on average it tends to do a bit less than base anomaly. So there's a lot of damage coming out from there, and so I like the choice to run base anomaly instead of Meteor Knuckles, especially because there's already the ground man SP to threaten SoulXCross.
Yes. I know I said I wouldn't reference the last match, but in the last match we saw that Meteor Knuckle only hit twice on Neryth's end. So it is a curve. You can get the 2 hits, or you can be player 0 and get 5 to 8 hits on average, you know what I'm saying? But we can't all be player 0, so it is what it is. But yeah, there's not much more to say here. We've already seen Thiago's folder. Let's hop right into this match. For honor. For vengeance. $1,700 HP, that is a lot of HP. Especially with the strat that we're going with here.
Yeah, the HP values, starting HP values here are pretty close, 1,700 to 1,900. What's interesting here is that they both have full cust, but Thiago has it ragged while Salad doesn't, so we're actually going to see maybe the full cust being used to interrupt the Beast turn, or just to rush to the end of the turn later on.
Nah, he's gonna use the dust stick. Salad creeping forward with this. Oh, there it is. Deals with the aura, the first barrier sneaky, and double damage because you were on that grass. Caught you slipping, cuz. Dang. Before the fast gauge? How did you mash all of that out? Wow.
Sitting on one last chip at the end there, maybe Invis. So that is rough, not being able to squeeze it out at the end.
B time. Ooh, making a bold statement. Watch this. Oh no. Sal's making bold claims and oh, I don't want to see it now. You can't just say watch this. What do you go for? Invisible.
Oh! The Invis carried over. Wait.
There was no rush. That's a whole nother turn. That's half a turn gone.
I guess Thea just, his rush fell out of his pocket.
Ah, I see.
They had to carry it into this match.
Oh, it was a bug. I see. I see. But we have this wind rack to deal with aura, and we have both those fast gauges in hand, so this is an insane amount of pressure right now. If Sawa decides to go for the fast gauge beast rush stretch right now, she has the advantage. Yeah, Thea has slow gauge later on, but because he burned through that full cut so early, he won't be able to deny these fast gauge turns. Yeah, that was definitely a bug. That was not meant to happen. Yeah, that's an actual bug. A factual actual. Turn 3 starting up. Windrat gets rid of the aura. Ooh, trying to get that dodge. Ooh, pink. Ooh, yo, solid. What is going on? Making lag seem non-existent in this matchup. What the hell? How do you get that charge shot and the fire hit while also baiting? Yo, what the hell, yo? Yo, Salad's banned. She can't play in the next tournament. Winners can't play in the next tournament, right, Neryth?
That is correct.
That is very correct. Winners can't play in the next tournament. That's a new rule we made just now. Yikes. Okay. In hand. Oh, still gets clipped by some of the beasts. Interesting. Thea was able to actually dodge more of Salad's hate this round too. That's actually not. That was not bad for Thea. A full defensive turn, holding on to that other fast gauge. Oh, but we're trapped here. Oh, static. That could have had an uninstall on it. That was scary. Salad, knowing that Thea wants to confirm these buster shots, goes ahead and camps the bottom row. Thea will come to her, easily lining up that judgment. Really good. And now it's trading even.
That is more than trading evenly. That is getting the upper hand here.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting pretty unlucky with the Buster Jam procs here.
Yeah. I mean, 9's not bad, but when it's not 90, I don't feel that pressure. Not Dust Sticky here. Interesting. Ooh, are we gonna see the area grab?
Oh,
No,
wow.
but Element Man. And she denies it. No, Thea. Oh, there's a hole. Yo, that's hilarious. Oh, she stepped forward. But the life aura. Oh my gosh. This another wasted turn for Thea here. Now winning on damage judge easily. And the turns are ticking. Thea's running out of time. And the full cust, that's gonna immediately eat up another turn. Yes, Jonathan, we use VBA Link Emulator. Is that base? Oh, it's time. I want to see base. I want to see base.
Oh, we know you always want to see base. Come on. Don't even gotta say it.
Who doesn't want to see base though? Like. Okay, here we go. Beast Strat's finally coming out. Oh, the counter hit! Oh, yo, Thea, getting sauced on right now. Those recovers rendered a moot as you're still ending the turn with less damage. Wow. Yikes. Oh my goodness. She's going for it again, this time with bees. I really like the sequence of chips here. Oh, but she didn't. Oh! She shuffled back. I hate you. I hate you. This is the first time in 3 turns you dust digged, and it was to send base back. I actually hate you. Like, we can't be friends. I don't care if there's holes. Yo, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, okay. That was about to be a lot of damage that Thea did not want anything to deal with. That's Aquaman. Okay, if you use Aquaman this turn, I can't be too mad at you.
I don't think the Aquaman, I don't think anything will go through this turn unless, yeah, so the Elith Pulse is gonna have to be used to remove the Invis.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will do that. Oh, but missing the elect. Ah, he's returned. All is well. Oh, what's interesting here, because Hubbat is in play, these cracked panels are not becoming holes. So that is actually a decent win condition. Oh, but the Geddon! That will deny the ground mana SP here. Saving Thea a little bit longer, but because of Tengu, she's not trapped.
So it's gonna have to wait out the Geddon, wait for the panels to come back before using that base anomaly.
Yeah.
Luckily there are some offensive chips here available.
Yes. Oh, here we go. I heard you want to mash B, bro. Have some of this. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. This will deny any area grabs. I heard you want to hang out in the front row. I'll try to punish it. There's base. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. The guy you came here to see.
Oh.
Just going for it. That's it. GG. 1, 2, 3, sure. Done. My man with the destructo discs.
Firing 4 destructible discs seems a little bit excessive.
I mean, you gotta make sure you cut them. Like, if the first one don't cut them, maybe the second and the third will. I know you did it for me, Salad. I know you did. Don't worry. She's like, oh my god, I'll do it for the fine. Jeez. Shut up. Oh man. So far, the vengeance plan is working in Salad's favor. Whoa, PZ, relax. Don't say things that you don't mean, bro. You don't need to tell people that. Ooh, blocking this ground man with your face. Very valuable strategy, actually. How did you mash that before he could press the L button? Oh my gosh. Is this the power of lag? Is this what lag can do for you?
Like, give it, like, take it. You know the deal.
Wow, I really like the strategy that Salad's going for here too. Going with this fast gauge now is pressuring Thiago to use that slow gauge. Oh my gosh, trading engagements? Not preferable for all of them, but actually, Salad gets the better end of the deal because she got that charm shot right in time before the hit. Whoa, that's epic.
Actually, I think this is gonna go right over him.
No, that's gonna hit. That has to hit. That has to hit. Yeah, absolutely. Boom! Nice! Oh, but static. Somehow Salad's still losing on the end here. Yeah, decrossing here is definitely better for Salad, especially when she has all these A-coded shenanigans in her hand right now. We will see this turn exhausted. If Thea brought the slow gauge this round, that would be really
wow.
good.
So getting this Bout 9 SP confirmed, just because Thea would not want to throw away the Hut Batch.
Yo, that was really cool, Thea. My man went Buster Up, shield. Oh, yo, excuse me. That was so fast. I didn't expect it.
Over.
Yo, I did not expect that. But shielding in between using Buster Ups, that was really cool. Actually, did it look like the shield had less cooldown because it used Buster Up? Because that was really quick.
That looked about right to me.
Okay. Yikes. You definitely feel a lot of pressure when you're in fast gauge. See a beast out. Oh my gosh. There goes the decross, not the decross, excuse me, the uninstall. Anti-Navi's gonna come out too. Thea, you see, this is working against Thea here. He's trying to shield to deny that strategy, but all that's gonna do is make Salad adjust timing. Because there's a brief moment where you can't shield again, right?
This fast gauge is really brutal for Thea here. Ooh, but it looks like Salad lost that Elect Pulse too. So the uninstall starting to pay off for Thea.
Ah, didn't see the Heat Dragon coming. Interesting. But we do have base in hand. That's not enough to be lethal here. I do think saving it is better. And plus you had some chips in your hand as is, right? I think this was the smart decision. Yeah, keeping bees is definitely better. Oh, that's a Heat Dragon only perk? Oh, I see. Really? Where the name doesn't get presented like that? Really? Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Element trying to go for a bait on some damage here, or an anti-damage or some kind of defense, but Thea not gonna bite. There it is, Life Orb coming up in time for the base anomaly. Not gonna take any of this hits. Oh no, but the destructible discs. But Justice. Oh. There is. Okay. Yeah, I think this is right. Using the full cuss is better because you can still win on damage judge. I believe Thea used his recover 300s already, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So. Ooh, focus. There it is. Immediate next turn. Go for the punch. Yes. Nice. Oh, but missed out on the rest of it. Oh, kept the hand anyway. Yeah, there's a plus 30 Risky Honey in the back there. I would keep it too. Boom! Getting decked in the schnoz. Oh! Oh, if you stepped forward just a little bit, that would have been so disgusting. Oh, can't get rid of that anti-damage. Oh, there goes the second 300. There it is. How do you clear this anti-damage though?
I'm not sure you do. I think you just have to trade into it.
Yeah. I think having bees is better anyway because you still waste a lot of time. Yeah.
And under fast gauge, it's just not that big a loss to carry your chips over.
And now that you've actually dealt with... Okay, now that you actually have dealt with the anti-damage, right? Element SP looks really strong if you camp center, because he's gonna go there. He wants to get these busters lined up for the Buster Bug procs.
Salad has so much defense left over here.
Rush finally being baited out this late in the game. is potentially even more demoralizing than baiting it out earlier in the game, because now it's like, whoa, you didn't even play into that. What am I actually getting advantage with here? I don't know if I like Ground Man before Element Man here, because you will potentially break some of these grass panels.
Ooh, so there was an invis anyways.
1, 2, 3. Okay, there's still 3 grass panels, so the strat still works if she can't center. That was very fortunate for her. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a damage judge victory here.
There's the possibility of Salad landing everything and managing to kill Thea, but it seems a little bit unlikely.
Waiting out the invis. There goes those bees. Oh! Final turn. Beasting over. Is Thea also gonna beast over here? No. This is terrible. Oh, no TFC. And you use it over. No, the AI is so stupid. the AI is so dumb. I swear. But here we go, 600 to 393. Actually, that 600 is two recover 300s. So yes, damage definitely goes to Salad in this situation. And there we have it, on stream.
Played both players there, and thank you, Salad, for avenging me.
Vengeance, yo. Yeah, that was actually a really good set. Thea had a lot working against him in there, though. Wow, that was really tough.
Yeah, that was a really fun match to watch through, and seeing Salad bringing down Thiago to losers bracket, which I'm going to briefly go through that to explain where we are. So we just went through winner's side with Neryth vs Thiago, and then Thiago vs Salad. So now Salad is waiting in winners finals. So okay, so looking at the bracket on the screen now, you can see on the right side we're going to be having SoulXCross vs Shadow as our first match from loser's side, and then we'll be going through, and obviously we're going to see who's going to be facing Salad for the finals.
Congrats to Salad making it to the finals. Just chilling there on the King's Mountain, just waiting it out. Whereas the little ones, me and Shadow, gotta fight it out to see if we can get there, hopefully. But one of us has to go home. I wonder who's it gonna be. Either way, looking at Shadow's folder, I was tremendously terrified, right? I definitely felt that I needed 2 win racks in this folder, not the 1. And I've been feeling this way since last week's tournament, as a matter of fact. I feel like with Greygar, having 2 win racks minimum is mandatory. Even though you have beast charges to deal with auras and such, getting walled by auras, so it's really easy to happen if you get stuck in like elect beast, or if you don't have the beast charge yet, or if you're not in beast out yet at all, and if you get decrossed, it's really tough to use. And seeing that Shadow has all these wood chips in his folder, it makes it even harder to go into Elect Cross, which I want to be in for that ×2 on Elect Dragon, the Elect, excuse me, not ×2, the +50 for Elect Dragon, Elect Pulse for Bubble Star combos. It is very difficult to set that up. So I have to play really smart and play around the Tomahawk Man as best as I can.
So this is definitely one of the harder matchups for Greygar. It's when you're running this elect-oriented folder, and your opponent is running a wood-oriented folder, and it's probably going to use M-Code is just really powerful in combination with Tomahawk, the double damage from Risky Honey and M-Boomer, and M-Boomer multi-hit potential, especially getting hit by 2 hits of a ×2 M-Boomer is just going to shave off like half your HP almost.
If you guys remember for last week, Neryth did the same thing to me. Multi-hitting those boomers, it doesn't tickle. It does not tickle, it hurts a lot. But on top of that, as if it weren't enough, we also have Muramasa in here and Grandman SP. Muramasa doing 500 damage if you have the right amount of HP, or if you lost the right amount of HP. And Groundman SP decrossing /cross, one of my other main win conditions. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, and you also have to keep in mind Super Vulcan, the double point attack plus 30 and White Capsule can go either into the Risky Honey combo or Super Vulcan. And so that's just going to be a lot of damage suddenly coming out.
And to top that off, we also have the Meteor Knuckle. I did say it varies in amount of hits, but if I am caught in /cross and get Meteor Knuckle, it doesn't matter if it hits twice, because hitting twice is the equivalent of hitting 4 times. Hitting any more than that is just bonus damage. And it hurts really bad. It's really bad. I want no parts of it, so I have to be able to utilize my defenses to the T. However, on my side, there is some things going for me. That Geddon, those ×2 Geddon, and the slow gauge, since there's no gauge control on Shadow's side at all, I can definitely control the tempo of the match and play as I kind of want in terms of pacing.
I'm just worried for you, man. This is a rough setup because if you look at it, you do have the 3 invis, 3 anti-damage, you got a lot of defense, but against the Shadow setup, it's such a perfect counter because as Gregar, you're gonna want to abuse either /cross, right? Your offensive, aggressive plays with /cross and area grabs, especially with your slow gauge reg. The threat of a Groundman SP or the Meteor Knuckle is just gonna make it so you only maybe get 1 turn of /cross off before you might feel the pressure to switch.
Right.
And if you're unlucky, you might just take that double damage right off the bat. And then elimination. Elimination is a really, really strong charge shot, and it's got the plus 50 to elimination chips. Just the potential to get knocked out of it and take so much damage from the Mega Boomer or the Risky Honeys. At least the Risky Honeys, the ×2 damage will only apply to the first hit, but it's still just really, really easy for you to lose your offensive crosses here. So we'll see.
There is some things working in my favor in terms of crosses. I have Erase, and he has no way of decrossing Erase with this folder outside of going into Tengu, right? So I can play around that really easily and get those easy chip charge conversions for 210 damage. Like within a slow gauge turn, that's a massive amount of damage if I got the 5 null chips in my hand. So you'll probably see me using Erase a lot, and you'll also see Heat Beast a lot, right? Because Heat Beast chip charges not only do threaten the Tomahawk cross, but it also does an insane amount of damage in its own right. So it's like, and there's no Invis on Shadow's side either, right? So there's less defenses to camp against my assault as well. But he has so much damage, so it's like, I don't know. It's just rough. It's gonna be a rough matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And I can't wait to see what happens here. I want to see whether who comes out on top in terms of the cross game. Who can use their strengths better here?
All right, let's hop into this match. Honestly, since last week when I realized I was gonna fight Shadow and I took a look at his folder, like more seriously, I was like, whoa. There's a lot here, yo. There's so much, and I don't know if I can deal with all that.
You see him pulling the Super Vulcan turn 1. No, nothing to pair it with either. No White Capsule or anything to confirm it. So it is going to be just a wasted chip sitting there for a bit.
Honestly, I see a Dust turn 1 going here, even though the threat of losing it is high. Simply because the way the folder played out, I would want to sift through this almost immediately, you know?
And yeah, I'm not sure that Dust has too much value for him outside of just being able to send the Super Vulcan back out. But he stays in base form.
Yeah, base form, and I did as well. Whoa, what happened there?
What's going on?
No one went for it?
Ooh,
Nah, losing out, yes! Slow gauge 2, I want all the time. If you don't got it, I want it. Shoot. It was a very strong read on my end here. I knew he wrecked the machine gun, so it might happen. I didn't want to take a chance in forcing myself to dodge it here. But now there's an even greater mind game happening because I didn't cross, right? So now he's like, dang, like, is he gonna start erase? What is he gonna do?
Oh, this is so dangerous for him. Oh no, this is...
Yeah, it's rough. It's really rough.
So dangerous for him. Because he's got to be thinking he doesn't have his wind rack. So he's gonna go into Tango to remove your life aura. What if you go into Slash though? This is gonna be so much pressure.
It's a lot. It's honestly a lot.
Oh,
I know you want to deal with it, nah. Oh, okay. The defense comes out. He will block this Element Man, which is fine because I had the setup in there. Yes, sir.
He doesn't even manage to.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And he's in the machine gun again. I'm fine. You can camp that back center, but I still have my aura here, so I feel very safe, and I can bait out the rush here as well. I've only lost 10 HP at this point. Still anyone's game though. Not having Invises to deal with this either is really tough.
Shadow still has the options here. This Blast Man SP is gonna away the life aura for you. So he had that option available to him last turn too, but he thought maybe the Tengu would be enough if he just protected it with Bandy damage. He did not foresee you having two things just to lock him in place.
Unfortunately, I can't dodge the centered Blast Man, but you are stuck here with me. So
will cost. So this is gonna give him. Yeah, this is his only way out.
Hey man, Saito, the game's not over yet, bro. The game just started. We never know. We never know.
Oh, this might be a really good turn for him. Sanctuary is going to it's gonna give him his panels back, give him some protection here. Wind Rack though, he was hoping to decross you with it, but instead the only thing he's gonna get out of you is interrupting your beast charge.
Yes, I was gonna chip charge those away, but I decided that keeping Sanctuary panels was much more of a priority here. And I ended up just using them. I could have chip charged it anyway though. I probably should have.
I'm going to see it either way because it's gonna be on holy panels anyways, right? Half damage.
Right.
It's not huge.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. But still, I should have went for damage, I think. I think that's just the proper play. But he could have dodged it too.
This is going to be the pivotal moment though, because it's so tempting. Normally, it's so tempting to go into Elec here and just destroy your opponent's Sanctuary with the Beast Charge, but he is playing M code, so there's a lot of wood. So see
Yeah,
the Magnums here.
Yep.
Option.
Here we go. He chose the wrong order. Ah, but again, I will get rid of the rest of those Sanctuary panels.
Nice.
I
He
was
was
recharging.
he was
Yes.
expecting the Erase Tail.
Yes. I'm waiting for it because I know, I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my gut there's a bees in his hand. I'm trying to bait it out, but he's not going for it, and he eventually does. Oh, so much damage. Is that a Meteor Knuckle? Yikes, I don't remember what happens in this matchup. I don't remember it at all. I only remember that first turn. And there's
Oh.
a Super Vulcan. That's a lot of damage if it confirms. That's easy 500. Bubble Star gonna miss there. Oh, the Element Man will hit too.
This is gonna be. Oh! No, he misses it.
He missed it, yes. I also missed my mag. There was some latency going on. And he's waiting. He's sitting on it. I'm dodging around. No, he got me. I'm sitting at 500. About even turn. But how even is it when you have Meteor Knuckle in your hand?
Looks like Shadow is thinking about a defensive turn here.
He feels
Ooh.
very unsafe. And the threat of a Q-Force is huge here.
The gamble on his Meteor Knuckle, it could be enough.
It could be.
It's player 0. Get that.
Oh, I see what you're
easy. Come on.
Here we go, coming out. This is my. I need these panels. Judgment coming out.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, only 300. I'm in a corner.
Oh,
He's going
wow.
for it. Oh, I backed up. I lost my nerve. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. GG. No.
What? I'm upset about that one. Actually, getting 5 hits. He didn't even take the corner. He was hoping. You had some defense or something so he could time freeze.
Yes.
He could just counter.
But I didn't
you
have
said
the
that.
win.
Counter. And he still got 5 hits. Oh,
Yes.
that hurts.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Wasn't fair. You know what? I wasn't even mad because I was on point that last game, right? So I was like, you know what? It's fine. I can still get this dub to game 2 and it will all work out. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh man, that was rough. And I feel
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
the game. I mean, you managed to. Oh god, no.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad setup for me.
Air shoes doesn't help you with.
Yeah, you better back off on me. The
Ooh.
latency made it so hard to hit those, dude. But now he's stuck there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What happened? You wanted to trap people, right? What happened? Oh, but he escapes.
Got this one more area grab though. This will give you the option.
I also do play 4. I am not bully, hello.
Yeah,
I'm
Shadow
very
is predicting that you stay in Slash here.
Yeah. I don't remember what I did here. Oh, yeah, I left. I was not having it. Ground SP's too strong, I was scared. I am getting back at all the people who bully Spout. That's 100% true. Oh,
Oh. That feels so bad.
it's rough, man. It's really rough. But I was able to dodge those magnums.
Ooh, and you avoid this
Magnum.
man.
I got low-key scared because I was trapped behind that conveyor belt, and I was like, oh my god, I can't move. I can't move. What am I doing? And I was like, oh wait a minute, I'm done. Oh man,
Ooh, that last card shot that revealed that that was his anti-navi.
Yeah, I think he has to change it up here because I know what it's not, and I know what I know. So because I know what I know, I go for, you know, the strats.
Man,
Whatever
it is
those are.
unfortunate that you only have 3 mega chips. Because, oh wow, no, you countered anyways, the double point.
Yes.
Blocked by this Gavin.
Yes. Denied entirely.
Wow, that is a lot of damage.
No, no free damage for you. Only free damage for me. But this is still dangerous, right? Because he has this in hand, all this damage. That's 500 from the Vulcan there, and is also, I believe that was a Raceman, right?
I believe so. I think he's trying to confirm the Super Vulcan.
Yeah. If that clips, that evens it up almost immediately. Raceman does confirm, which means rest in peace, half my HP. But I can get the D-Cross here for 230.
Ooh, and he has nothing left.
Oh, he dodged it! Oh, he dodged it again! He said no! Nah, not today. Yes, sir! Shadow was feeling himself with the movement out here. I was like, Shadow, please! Shadow, please just die. Why are you living? Please! Shadow's like, nah, not today, cuz.
On his damage, the turn is going to be huge.
We took a while to hit okay because I messaged him on the side here. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there was no way you just did that. Okay, he does get rid of my barrier, but can't close it out, unfortunately. Going to game 3. Let's see what happens. Spoutman turn 1. I think Spoutman turn 1 here is actually like the best choice because of the ice panels. There's no reason not to go for those big freezes. And then if you potentially end the turn on a freeze, and I don't cross cancel, you can go into dust and get a free 400 times damage with the dust suck and the P shot. But obviously, I don't think I would ever let something like that happen. That's too much damage, too much value.
Yeah, I think he's predicting that you're going to bring magnums into this turn, so he doesn't want to go to dust yet for the ice cubes.
Right.
So yeah, Spout is honestly still kind of risky, but he hasn't really seen that much E-like out of you so far.
The turn 1 ground, I almost clicked slash. I 100% almost clicked slash. I remember that. I was like, yo, my life. You see the slow gauge is there and everything. I almost did it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I was moving nice there. Not gonna lie. Dang. I was trying. It's so hard to confirm these. You think it's easy, but it's like, it's a 1/3 chance hit, depending on movement.
Hit.
But yeah, the mind game with crosses here is like really interesting between Gregar and Falzar. It's like,
if you guess wrong, you are just in for a world of hurt, right? I mean, as he learned in that last match, going to Tengu and then losing it before you even remove the life aura, that is so painful. Taking
I
double
noticed.
slash.
Yeah, it was a really insane read on my part, honestly. But it's not like a misplay, right? That's what's the weird thing about it, right? It's easy to say, oh, I misplayed, I went Tengu. No, that's just a read. It's not your fault that happened, you know what I'm saying? It was just a bad read at that point. I don't think you can teach. If you make strong reads, that's on you, you know, you can do that. But I don't think that's like something that you should be ashamed of or upset about. I am not hitting these magnums. I don't think I've hit.
Dodge all of that machine gun, though. only take one hit from the other one though as well. So yeah, you did miss some of your offensive chips this turn, but also managed to dodge a lot of his.
Oh, he's trying to confirm the bees there.
It's only gonna do one hit.
Yeah. I was able to move out of there because of the ice panels. Ice panels are your friend sometimes. Unless it's in the center, then it's not your friend.
Yeah, this pattern of ice panels is actually really good for you here.
Yes, absolutely.
The defensive movement it allows, it's almost like you have a warp step.
How do you feel about warp step with Gregor? I don't like it very much, honestly.
I think it works against you so often that it's usually not worth it. I mean, Falzar tends to abuse it for the dust, just to protect your dust and to have some more defensive options while you're waiting there, but these area grabs getting traded, it looks like he really wants to take out your erase, but you're not going to give him the opportunity. It is a long turn though.
It is a long turn. I look at the
tanks first level. I mean, okay, so this clears up the anti-damage. He has the meteor knuckle. Ooh, but it wasn't the corner.
Three! Only 3 hits, only 3 hits.
Only 3 hits.
I was ecstatic about that, by the way. I roared, I was like, it's only 3! This is I love this game. I love this game so much, dude. You have no idea. Battle Network is my life, man. And these are the matches I live for. But here we go.
There is so much damage here.
Yes! Oh, he went thick! Tomahawk! Okay, I had to miss on purpose for that one. I was like, nah. Oh!
Wow, was that 3 hits?
Yes, it was! Yikes!
Oh no.
No paralysis on my end either! Which makes it an easy setup! One more set of bees! There's nothing I could do. I could have avoided that, but 1 HP, even if I went around, he could have pressed B one time and pegged me with a feather. It was very tough. But it was such a good match. I really enjoyed it.
Oh man, that was... So you can kind of see what happens there with the cross mind game. I think you almost had that. If just you maybe you didn't have the area grab to follow up with, so that you could confirm with slash. But just he had the gamble that you didn't have that, and
Right.
he ended up doing so. And then you were just like, well, I've got to go into Erase Beast, get some value out of it. You can just see the way that the crosses between the two versions match up with each other, and like the way they pressure each other there.
Mm-hmm. On paper, it looks like I just auto lose, right? But the theory and the play, it matters so much. You know, it all goes into the game. It was a fantastic match. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, that match is over and done with. It's time to move on up for Neryth versus Symes. Alright, talk to me, Neryth. How are you feeling about this matchup?
So, I was pretty nervous about this matchup. I did take Symes down in the round robin, but the problem is that Symes is just a solid player. I mean, he's really good. So what ends up happening is he does make adaptations really quickly. He's not gonna let himself get caught out by the same mistakes that maybe you had managed to exploit against him the first time. So I was thinking there's a really high probability that that my folder is not going to perform as well in this second match against him.
Knowledge is key, right? Knowing a person's setup and how it works exactly determines how you play. There's also the format where we don't have open setups and you have to figure out what you're playing against as you go in the match. But with open setups, I feel like there's way more opportunity for a mind game because you know what's there, you know what cards your opponent has, how do you play around it? To me, if there's any Yu-Gi-Oh players in the chat, there's the format of the GOAT format, right? And the GOATs, you know what the ban list is, you know what cards, you know what the pool is. So you have your opponent's deck versus yours, we can definitely play around what you got, right? It's similar here. Open setups. I know what you got. I know to save X chip for this exact scenario. That being said, they've had the matchup already last week as well. So now we have actual physical game experience and the knowledge of the deck and how you want to play against it. So there's always room for adjusting the strategy here, right? Symes knows he has a lot of HP, but he also knows that Gundel Soul 3 is in his opponent's deck, right? How do I play around that, especially since I don't have air shoes? So that getting confirmed into the Gundel Soul is absolutely free. And if you nail all 3 of them, even if you nail 2, that's 960 damage. So does that HP matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 480 each. So all 3 would be, I think, 440 or 1,440. Yeah.
Oh, 1,400. You see, that's a lot of damage for 3 of those Gundel Souls. So it's like, how do you beat that? You have to
So
adjust
the thing is, Symes has a lot of options in this folder that he can actually answer to get in with. So he's got the Sanctuary first off, right? That's a pretty common answer to get in. If you can predict it, then it's such a potent answer actually. But he's also got these 2 holy panels. It's such an unconventional chip to run. Most people overlook it. But yeah, the value versus Geddon Gundel Soul is just huge because if they can't lock you to a single column, if you still have the option to move back and forth, then the Gundel Souls just don't do anything. So 2 holy panels and a sanctuary, that is just a lot of. I mean, I only got 2 Geddons, right? And he's got 3 answers. So if he can predict and he can draw the holy panels and the sanctuary on the right turns, then he does have the answer to the Geddon plays.
And here's the thing, right? So if Geddon, let's paint the scenario in our heads. If Geddon happens, there's 2 panels available to each player. Falzard is relevant because they have Tengu or Beast. If you're going to go into that, you're obviously going to use one of those if you don't have air shoes already. However, Symes would be locked on that 1 panel. He'll have to wait a little bit. He'll take some damage. But what will end up happening is he will use the holy panel, and he can choose when to step forward. So as soon as he sees Neryth go for the Gundel Soul, he'll just use the holy panel, step forward. Immediate. I'll take the 10 damage twice, even I think, if you stay inside each other's hitbox. Versus Symes. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this matchup, Saito. So the option there to control movement is really key, and it could even be panel return, not holy panel. Panel return is even worse if he had it for Neryth, because now he has all the panels available to him again as opposed to 1, so there is no mind game. Right? So it's
actually a pretty interesting interaction here where the holy panel, he doesn't want to be on the front when he gets locked by Geddon. If he's on the front, he actually gets no value whatsoever out of the holy panel because he's just going to be giving the holy panel to me.
right.
So he really wants to stay in the back. He really wants to get a holy panel off while forcing me to get in him on the back so that he can still have that option to protect himself from the Gundel Souls. So really, he's got the tools. He's got the tools in his belt, right? But the question is whether or not he can draw them at the right time and predict when he's going to need them.
And to accompany his 3 times Erase Man kit, we have Blast Man Star and Element Man Star. So he's really trying to take care of Tomahawk crosses and back road objects because he's kind of weak to back row objects here too. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Let's hop into this match and see what happens. Ooh, I forgot we were doing a double! Hey! Alright, so for those who don't know, double VODs is something that we've been experimenting thanks to our Lord and Savior Salad. We have both players' hands presented to us. You don't have to focus on both. Paying attention to one side is fine, but when you see both hands, you get to look at them and decide what is the best strategy or what a person should be going for, right? Now, going into this match, we see that we get this chance to start off with Lifera on Neryth's side, and he also has the ability to pull in those objects for those 200 damage P shots. Oh, immediately getting trapped. This is really bad. He's gonna eat one of these shots for free. Rush coming out, no TFC opportunity. He's gonna have to eat both of these. Already looking really strong for Neryth here. You missed the opportunity to get those panels back a little earlier. Oh, but he stepped back anyway. Oh, and he made a hole for himself.
Yeah, and I mean with against Dusk, you maybe don't want to camp the front anyways because of the decreased travel time. You might not be able to react to the charge shots.
Right. Okay, this is interesting. Your hand looks so good, dude. Like, what? Wait, you shuffled that away? Why did you shuffle away the get-ins here? Oh, not the get-ins.
I've already got again, but yeah, I'm not thinking about using I'm not gonna pair one get-in with one Gundam Soul. Basically, I want to have at least two, so I'm just gonna go into a different hand here, different turn, and see if I can squeeze out damage.
This is actually a really solid strategy here because Tengu's charge shot will be cross erased if he decides to stay in that cross, right? On top of that, there's nothing he can do to avoid it. Very nice. He's trapped here, but if you can get the second one before he steps forward. Nice, 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 nice. This is confirmed here. A D-cross straight away. Barrier 200 coming out a little too late. And B eating away at... Oh, and that was basically 2 beats! Oh, you're a monster, Neryth. Wow! Oh wow, perfect timing. Wow, that was rough. Really rough turns, Symes here. It's gonna be kind of hard for him to come back from this. Let's see what options he has. Geddon is still in hand. Symes is... Yeah, his whole hand's not looking too great, but he does have the Sanctuary and that Holy Panel that we were just talking about. So if Neryth opts to go for this Geddon this turn, Symes will basically negate it, and we see the Geddon. And the triple machine. Oh my gosh! That's a massive amount of damage. But Symes, he's going for the answer. We're gonna see him be able to time freeze against this. He'll be able to prevent this damage if he doesn't step forward. There goes the Geddon. Symes, do the thing. Oh, he went. There's the Sanctuary. Okay. Step forward. Oh, he missed. Oh, nice. Oh, but that's not a favorable trade. That was a better trade. Oh, but these charge shots will hurt. Step on the Holy Panel, Symes. What are you doing? Oh, this is rough. Oh, he makes it to the next turn. Neryth, you drew your oh, wait, no, that's not you. Wow, I saw Poison Seed and thought you were Symes. Isn't that crazy?
If only I had Poison Seed.
If you had Poison Seed, this was a straight raffle. That was GG. Yes, an aura that's unchecked is incredibly powerful. Very hard to deal with. They're dealing with that. Oh, that's it. Oh, there it is. Stepping forward. But will he be? Oh, the D-cross. Oh, yikes! That was so close. Oh man, Neryth, were you sweating? I was sweating. Yeah, I'm still sweating.
And that was really dangerous.
that probably scared the hell out of you. Oh, okay. This is something I want to talk about. The thing with Gregar is it's a lot harder to do things like digging through your folder, right? So when you start turn 1 with things like Recover 300, it can be a little debilitating, especially when it's off code compared to everything else in your folder. There is good news though, right? You can definitely go for the 300 recover in the next turn, because usually turn 1 you tend to lose a lot of HP or a decent chunk, but you hate to see something sit in your hand unusable. sometimes he can even chip charge them, and chip charging is always going to be strong no matter what. And I think chip charging a recover 300 is good value, especially when you have 2200, excuse me, HP. Okay. Oh, there's a slash and a slow gauge, but Magnum will prevent him from coming forward, which is actually really good for you. But the Sanctuary will stop this. Area grab. Oh, nice. Element Man for the freeze. Oh no, the rare drop. Was there some lag, some latency there?
Maybe just brain lag.
Okay.
That was supposed to be a Element Man grass though to get rid of the Sanctuary, but
oh no! Oh, okay, it's fine. It's fine. That was scary, Neryth. What are you doing? Yo, Neryth. Please. Please, bro. You're scaring me here, dude. Imagine not running Poison Seed when that's your signature chip. How does that make you feel?
it makes me feel insanely jealous of Symes' Poison Seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's actually a problem going on here where I'm already in Tengu, and he's in Slash, and so if I make this Gated Gundel Soul play, he can actually cancel all my Gundel Souls with a Charge Shot because of the B-Cross.
And the way Beast Jump works too. Yeah, that's actually really bad. What do you do here? Oh, you just tip charge. Alright, that was smart. Oh, but he has an Invis in hand. Wait, did he trigger Rush yet? No, he did not. That's why he's not using it. There it is. That's actually insane value still. It's not exactly as much damage as you want, but 300 for each one is still great. And we see the Recover 300 finally stepping out. And the Slow Gauge just sitting in hand. Nothing to do with it. Yeah, this is a pretty bad turn for Symes. Man, I'm looking at these these triple magnum. Excuse me, not the magnums, the boomers, and it doesn't look fun. But there is a mind game here, right? Do you know if it's the second boomer coming? You're trapped in your front rows, and you want to camp center. Yeah, this is actually a really good turn. Oh, but he went heat. Wow, that's so smart. Okay, but you have insurance here. Nice, 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 nice. Does he think there's a second one though? He does. Oh, but he doesn't step down. Oh, but the body! Whoa! Fire body decrossed you, dude. What'd you lose, 20 damage?
Yeah, that was actually not so bad for me, just because it's preferable to taking a charge shot. And this is a slow gauge turn, so there's a decent chance he'd be able to connect it, especially if he uses his Erase Man SP.
And he gets to end the turn with it too. It doesn't have to think about timing either because it automatically aims in center with the SP version of this chip as well as the Star Toad version of this chip. So it's really safe. The EX version of the chip works differently, right? If I remember correctly, it's the EX version that doesn't aim center or something like that?
Yeah, I do think the EX version does not aim center.
I wonder why they did that. Why not be consistent amongst the three? Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that consistent in the first place.
That's a definite possibility. But we are lucky that it's consistent, because some matchups, the lag can make it really, really hard to connect.
Oh, it has to do with the amount of time the beam is out. How interesting. I actually do kind of want to test EX. I've never run the killer trio before. Nice, get out that back row. Oh, this is a very defensive turn for Symes. Oh, but you missed the Erase Man. A Life 4. Oh, he had a Life 4 anyway, so it wasn't gonna hit. But we also see this Holy Panel. Oh, he can't use it now because he'll just give you the Holy Panel. imagine Falzar having at least one beast charge that can break through aura.
Man, the problem is I don't have any broken panels, so I couldn't use the summon black to get rid of the life aura there.
Yeah, you can't even step on that one cracked panel to make it break. Oh, is that a Kernel Force? You do have the power in your hand to stop it. Actually, Magnum's not bad either, right? Because you can go for Magnum, break the row of panels, and subtract the amount of soldiers that appear in that way. So that's actually really good for you. In that sense, yeah, he's going for the recover. That's actually pretty smart. You'll be able to break these panels now, though. Or break the aura, since he didn't step forward. Oh, that's actually really bad for you. You gotta go for the line. Oh, you hit it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's really good. Oh, these are guaranteed to hit. You'll get rid of at least one. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Using the charge shot. Oh, but the holy panel. Oh, dang. Oh, good dodge. Whoa, that was nice. Nice. Ooh, got one hit. That was a good trade for you. Honestly, I would just camp the holy panel. There's no point not to.
But he's got this really solid Kernel Force turn coming up. Revenge into grab with a Kernel Force Windrack.
You do have the aura here. It will get yeeted away by that Windrack though. So this is even more important right now than ever it has been. I think Meteor Knuckle is the best answer. But you also have Geddon in hand too, so that's another way to like stop this from happening. Okay, there's a grab revenge. Ooh, that was a good amount of hits. If you camp the center, that's 2 less soldiers that you have to worry about. And I think anti-damage will like prevent most of them. Oh, there's a Windrack! Oh! I guess 2 soldiers would have been enough either way. Here we go, game 3! I am not biased. How am I biased? Do I sound biased?
Maybe a little bit.
Ooh! Dang! I'm not trying to be biased. Just seeing what's in the hand.
Hold on. Symes fold. Wait, is that all 3?
Yeah, that's all 3. He got 3 of them things, man. Oh no, that's Blast Man. That's Blast
Okay, okay.
Okay, see, I'm not biased if 2 different people think I'm biased to the wrong person or the opposite person. That's not biased then.
That cancels itself out, right?
Exactly, that's neutral.
+1, -1?
There we go. I think I won the straight. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this is actually really favorable for you because you have the... Oh. Never mind. Blast Man will come out into nothing, unfortunately. There is Killer Man in hand, though. Oh, beat.
Symes actually managed to step back 2 panels there.
That's also very important for using the holy panel too, yeah? But I don't think he has that in hand yet.
Yeah, but so this is a full slow gauge turn, but I'm not able to actually connect with the Tengu racks because of him managing to buffer 2 movements. I was counting on being able to pull him and then get him on the center, so I could follow the area grab and then lock him with the Tengu racks, but I just lost a lot of damage that turn.
Yeah. It is unfortunate, but this next turn is going to be really good for you if you can get this Tengu Pool. You will have to take a shot. Oh, no, no, no. You have anti-damage up, which is really good. I really wish there was a feature in this game where you can see if you still have your own trap up. Like, it's really annoying that you can't when you press select. Especially for newer players who don't remember, you know? Oh, that's actually pretty smart. Oh, but you crossed out into Tomahawk. That's even smarter. Oh, yeah, that was... Oh, the wind rack! Yo, that was so high IQ. Oh my gosh, he was ready for it.
And he has that area grab that denies my summon Black 3 as well. Can't even use the broken panels here.
Oh, you wanted it one more back. Yeah, Tomahawk doesn't care about all that. Oh no! Oh yeah, good job. Yeah, that would have been rough. Dang. I don't feel like you should ever take Poison Seed out of your folder ever again. I really underestimate the value of the seeds here, you know? Like, everyone thinks, oh, Geddon will just beat seeds. But sometimes you don't even bring Geddon. I feel like most of the matches actually didn't have Geddon in it. I think you were one of the only people that has Geddon in their folder.
I'm not so sure. I mean, I only played you, Symes, Thiago, and everyone else. I mean, it's not like I played everyone, right? I mean, I can't be expected to remember whether or not everyone had Geddon. Come on. Right? It's not like I played everyone during the round robin. I mean, come on.
Alright, I'll be a little more reasonable. I can't expect you to remember everything.
I think the only person I remember having Geddon is actually Thiago, right? With the Buster Jam procs.
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to lock you in place and just beat on you with the Buster. But yeah, for some reason nobody else is running Geddon, I think.
Guys gets a confirm hit with that Erase Man. I know you were wishing to see oh, that was good movement. 25 per hit, 75 damage, not bad. Better than nothing. These slow cage turns really hurt, especially when you have Slash Man in hand. There goes the triple man. Wow. And Boomerang. Oh, come on. I want to see it.
Yeah, but there's just no way to make it connect here.
Yeah. You can potentially scare him out with the bamboo swords, but I don't think he'll actually move, right?
I think he'd rather take the bamboo swords than anything else.
Yeah, especially since, oh, but you do get this holy panel. That's actually pretty good. Anti-Navi coming up. You can avoid these charge shots for a little while, at least. Yeah, he's just taking those in the center. That's really smart. Sitting on 2 recover 300s. Oh! Gets rid of that. Anti-damage. Bug fix here, another 300. That's a lot of HP to get through. Smart trapping him here. Oh, that was good movement from Symes though. Beast out finally happening on both sides here. Double area grab into Counter Force seems really strong. You don't have tank? Oh, but he has Heat Beast. You don't want to even go Tomahawk here. You can deny. Okay, there's barrier 200. You can deny one of the area grabs with your own. Oh, but we have to get. Oh, it's safe. It's safe. This is actually still really doable for you. Take the Geddon. Take the Geddon, Neryth. Take the Geddon, Neryth. All right, it's fair.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't get me here, right? I mean, he's got Kernel Force in his hand.
Nice, good damage. Anti-Navi into your race. Very nice conversion here. Even with that one area grab, he still won't even be able to do enough damage. The freeze there was big. Oh, but you couldn't TFC in time. Very nice. This Kernel Force is completely useless now. Oh, not completely. Oh, dang. The slow gauge really helped Symes out in that. Oh, I like the little dichotomy between the orange and green there. That was actually pretty cool. But yeah, that was too much time left in that turn to even. That was a rough game. Jeez. Really good matchup for Symes here. That was impressive. But it was really tough for you too.
Yeah, I like how you said that the kernel force was completely useless right as it was about to be completely functional. Get
Went from useless to extreme viability. Yikes, dude. Oh, if you took the Geddon, you would have been fine though.
I think I could have stalled out. I'm not sure if it would have went to the end of the turn, but it would have stalled it out quite a bit longer. Might have been able to get there.
Yeah, it's tough to say honestly because I think still even if you used Geddon right to TFC or whatever to use it to beat out the kernel force, I think some of the soldiers still show up, right? So either way, you're still getting hit with some pretty good damage.
Yeah, and with only
and the Gregor
180 HP, that was
Yeah.
it was a pretty tough spot.
Yeah, I don't think there was any way to really avoid that, unfortunately. That was still a good match, though. Caster's Curse, I said nothing. Listen, you stop.
All right, yeah, you know what? I think that was Soul's fault.
Yeah, no.
All right, yeah, you know what? That one was completely on Soul.
You know what? I'll take it, dude. It's fine. I really need to shut up every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, we'll play the Symes there. Managing to avoid a lot of the damage, especially in the second turn, or the second match, that was a really important being able to avoid the Tengu lock. I think.
Yes,
I think
for
that
sure.
pretty much wasted like all of the turn one, where his own slow gauge kind of bit him. It had the potential at least to really bite him in the ass, and then just didn't end up panning out for me. Thanks to the buffered movement there. But yeah, well played, and I think we can move on to our next match.
For our next match, we actually get to see a local speedrunner, one of our very favorite peoples in the whole server. Actually, my most favorite person in the whole server. Lucky versus Symes.
You know, Lucky. I want to say Lucky was actually he was set up to be the protagonist for this Blood Moon.
Absolutely.
He was set up to be the main character, just gonna power his way through. But
yep.
I heard him. I heard from some secondhand sources. He was he was talking shit about Disco.
Is that the? No, hold on. Let me go get my tea real quick. Hold on. Oh yeah, you got a little rivalry going on.
Oh, I believe Disco. He was running in round robins. He was running this one recovery 300, and so Lucky was calling him out on it and saying that that's bad. Basically, you want to take two, and I think after that happened, I think Lucky actually lost to Disco in the round robin.
Yikes!
So he lost to the strat, the one recovery 300 that was that he was talking shit about, and I think that what that did is that instantly reversed his role. Like he went from being the protagonist to being like the comic relief. And honestly, I feel bad for Lucky.
I don't.
Because just calling out the one recovery 300, that was a trap. That was a trap. You know what that did is that like that distorted our timeline. So now Lucky is the hero. And
Lucky, no. Lucky, why? Why, Lucky? You didn't have to do that. Disco's the last person. Oh man. Like, okay, Disco's a really, really good player. He's smart, right? That's more than anything. He's just a really smart player. So I don't question things Disco does because Disco has Disco brain, and it just works for him, right? Everything just works for him. So if he plays the one recover 300, you got it. you got it, homie. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. Like, you know something I don't, clearly. And if it works for you, it works, bro. He's the one that taught me about reflector tech. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say anything to Disco. Lucky, it was a trap, bro. You got traps.
my personal opinion on it is that, generally speaking, I would say running 2 recovery 300s is a better deal. But the recovery 300s are already in code for him because he was playing J-code during the round robins. So it's not that big a deal in that case, right? If it's already in code, you're not really losing any tempo just by having the recovery, whether you have 1 or 2. I mean, if you have 2 and they're not in code for you, then that becomes a problem because you want to get maximum value out of it. Use both on the same turn so that you don't waste 2 turns using a recovery and then some star code chips, right? But anyways, so yeah, let's talk about their setups. We've already seen Shadow, right? With the really high damage, that M code, 1800 HP Falzar setup, Super Vulcan, the boosted Bs, and then those really powerful SP navies, Ground Man SP, Blast Man SP. Those are really good for checking enemy Tomahawks and also SoulXCross, which we might see here coming from Lucky since he's playing Gregar.
I also want to point out that Lucky does have an effective larger amount of HP than Symes here because of the recovers in his folder as well. But it's like, with all that damage in Shadow's folder, is it really enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you have more HP than Shadow, but is it?
Wait, I don't think Lucky has more HP than Shadow.
Well, if you factor in the 2, whoa, how much HP does Shadow have? He has 1800, right?
Shadow's 1800 and Lucky has 1400, I believe. It's a 1400 HP Gregar setup, isn't it?
But he has the 2 recovers in his folder though. So it's basically more HP because you have the 2 recovery 300s. Depending on if you get to use them or not is a different story, but if you factor those in, he has about 2k?
Okay, I think I see. Yeah, so the 2 recovery 300s do push it up 200 more than Shadow, but I don't think it's going to be, because they're also, that's Y code, right? It's going to be another turn.
Then that's another thing that we were talking about earlier with Gregar. Like, you're splashing in these different codes. It's a lot harder to do that with Gregar because they don't have that flexibility of going through their folder to get what they want when they need it. So it's like when you have that Y in your hand and then there's a W and a U and that Z in your hand as well, and you're just like, okay, what am I doing with this here?
Well, what the reality is, he's gonna have that Y in his hand, and then a U and a W and a Z and a G and an A and a Q.
Yeah, and a Q and a Q
and a Q.
So we got a little bit of an alphabet soup here. It's not that bad, right?
Yeah,
he still has 1, 2.
You got to keep in mind, Lucky does have he's got Cuss 3 here, so he's gonna be pulling 8 chips in his hand. So he's gonna have a lot of options in his Cuss, just depending on what chips he pulls. He at least isn't gonna get stuck completely with alphabet soup, right? And you got to keep in mind, it is Gregar, so there's a lot of value to be had from stuff like the anti-damage and invis that he can potentially charge some of, the area grabs as well, if he doesn't end up using them for slash cross pressure. He can also just charge those while he's in Beast, so it's not too bad. A lot of these chips, he'll just be able to use them for their instantaneous value, like Barrier 200, the Magnum, some Black 3 combos, right? Just gain damage out, and then trying to use the Beast charges and then his crosses. So there's a lot of it looks alphabet soupy a little bit, but it might be more fluid than we expect just because of the higher cust and the fact that it is a pretty standard beast, not beast, but a pretty standard Gregar format. So he's just going to be able to put these chips out when he feels like it.
One thing I don't know if I like or dislike with this though, is that yes, we got that extra cust, right? But at the cost of attack max. And that forces you to play the one Buster Up in the folder. Now, playing Buster Up is fine. There's nothing wrong with playing Buster Up. And this is something I've been experimenting with Gregar for a while too. Because I also wanted that extra cust. The problem is, in my opinion, yes, you have that one cust, but that cost you a chip. That chip could have been anything else. You can't even afford to chip charge it, right? Because you need that Buster Up. You need that attack max. And now you're dealing with 29 chips. If you factor in your opponent, if they play beat and rush, which Shadow is, that's another -2 chips, regardless of how you shake it out. You're gonna lose 2 more chips, unless you time freeze counter everything, which is gonna be nigh impossible. Like, it's gonna be hard to time freeze counter every mega, and you can't even time freeze counter Kernel Force. So that means you have to feed beat at some point too. So you're playing with effective 27 chips. Is that Buster Up worth it in the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that it's a little bit rough, simply for the reason that Lucky's Gregar setup, it's not combo oriented, right? It's not combo oriented. Look at it. The only thing that combos is the Magnums and some of Black 3, right? Those are the only 2 chips relying on each other. Everything else is standalone. And I was talking about it a little bit before. So a lot of the value of having higher cust is if you're playing a combo-oriented folder, you need those chips in your hand at the same time so you can lock them all in and you know, combo your opponent. So you have this higher cust, but how much value is Lucky gonna squeeze out of it? And we're just gonna have to see if it pays off for him.
There was a cust that I've been experimenting with that still factors in. Oh, actually, it's Nuggets cust. The float shoes cust 2, as opposed to having cust max, you have the cust 2, which is still already really good for Gregar because they usually have cust 6. You still get the float shoes, but it also gives you that attack max. And I feel like attack max is so important in Gregar because most of your damage will come out. Even if you have combo in your folder, most of your damage will come for those charge shots.
That is true. A lot of damage. I would say like 50% of the damage is going to come out from the cross game and your charge shots from that. So, not having attack max, yeah, it is painful. Having to supplement it with this Buster Up, this Rake Buster Up. I mean, it's innovative. I think people have done it before, but yeah, it's definitely something you don't see often. But the trade-offs, it's just really interesting to think about. And well, I think, well, I don't know, because Shadow doesn't have recovery 300s, right? So
no.
And this matchup can definitely go either way here. Even with the HP advantage on Shadow's side being offset by the recovery 300s on Lucky's side.
One slow gauge here as well. I don't know. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I won't lie. I think I am a little biased towards Shadow because I feel like his game plan is a lot more solid at the moment. But Lucky made it this far, you know? So he's already been showing us that he can do well with this folder no matter what. So he plays higher than me, you know what I'm saying? So Lucky knows something. We're gonna have to see it play out for the rest of this match.
Alright, let's get right into it.
Alright, starting off from Lucky's perspective, there goes that Buster Up. Obviously in hand, you're gonna use a turn 1, At what point you use it during turn 1, I don't know. But you want to squeeze this out turn 1 as soon as possible. You know, in a way, it can be a bit of a disadvantage. Your opponent knows you want that Buster Up, so they know your first chip usually isn't going to be a defensive one. So they can quickly mash out anything, and it'll land, essentially. Like, a Erase Man turn 1 will hit because you have that Buster Up in your hand. So I think
that's a very good point, yeah.
I think the safer option is to go barrier, go with the Invis, and then follow up the Buster Up later in the turn. Oh, we'll see what happens. Every guy comes out. Okay, he was able to get the Buster Up. The Buster Up. Ooh! Oh no, that was 1 hit. Okay, I thought that was 2 hits for some reason.
Shadow bravely trading into the Erase Cross charge shot with his 10 damage charge shot.
Yeah.
Ooh! Yeah, 3.
Yes, sir. We'll take that.
Magnum is gonna catch him though, but Lucky did not manage to get it on the front, so he is not gonna be able to follow it up with Summon Black 3. The Summon Black 3 is just gonna get flushed down the toilet here.
Yes, it is. You lose that value out of that. This is one thing I really don't like with W code. You have to play something like Get if you're gonna play those Summon Blacks, because relying on Magnum to set up your holes is not consistent enough. If you want to land this Magnum, it's like you lose damage on that, right? Because you want to hit the Magnum and get the hole at the same time, so you can set up the hole. But if your opponent camps forward and is camping on that hole, then you lose that value immediately just because they camp forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables in play in terms of the Magnum Summon Black 3 value, just because a lot of the times Magnum has just so much versatility that if you want to follow it up with Summon Black 3, suddenly you might not be able to get that defensive utility out of it, right?
Right. Magnum is honestly one of the best chips in the game. There's a lot of really good chips in this game, honestly, but you kind of lose out on that utility if you're trying to make Summon Black work, and that's the only thing that you have that makes Summon Black work.
So Lucky's gonna drop a slow gauge here and then use a Grab Revenge. Who manages to squeeze in a Grab Revenge before the Life Aura, or rather countering it. So unfortunately he doesn't have an answer to the Life Aura. Oh!
He does.
Rack the very back, but he does have to toss away the Erase Man to beat.
Oh man, we'll land here. And it's not too bad, only 100 HP difference. It's still slow gauge.
Ooh, Shadow walks to that one.
Ooh! Shadow, you are brave! Yo, you just walked out there and stayed put. That was pretty nice.
Yeah,
honestly,
he did not go on of that mind game.
Yeah, I would have lost that. I would have lost that trade too. 100%. That makes me up.
I would have walked forward twice and probably gotten hit 3 times by the same Erase Man. And I would just do it and just be like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. I'm coming to the front. You better run away.
I'm camping forward. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Ooh.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
here it comes. Oh, double hit on the Mega Boomer, but Sanctuary here.
Charging element, all the cross. Ooh, nice. Gets all those hits, but definitely favors. Oh, the Muramasa. Oh, that was scary. That would have been at least a little under half of his HP, but we see the Q Force. That doesn't kill. That doesn't do 900 damage from here. Does it? 60 per hit, 60 times 3.
But it will do a lot of damage in combination with the
Gregor
Super Gregor, yeah, the Buster. But I don't think this is it. Because Shadow might be able to just kill you on this turn if you don't kill him.
Okay, so Q-Force with the current board as is does like 580. Factoring the Buster, maybe you can squeeze out 1K. I think that's very risky. I would have took the wind rack. Oh, that I don't know. I would have took the wind rack. Oh!
Watch! No! Most of that maybe you're not gonna kill Lucky. What? Shadow, that was dirty. That was dirty. He basically canceled out Lucky's Giga and then killed Lucky with his own Giga. Like, well, that feel bad. That must be terrible as Gregor. On the receiving end of that, having your opponent just fly off the field and rain junk down on you, dodge almost all of your Giga, almost all of the Kernel Force, and then just kill you with his own Giga on that same turn. Oh god.
So before this match happened, right? I hit Shadow up and I said, you can't lose. Because if you lose, you make me look bad. Doing that alone makes me feel good. Thank you, Shadow. that was literally amazing. And he got all those hits with them. Oh my gosh, my head hurts. That was not fair.
That was definitely not fair.
That was not fair at all.
Shadow just punching into cheat codes right there.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Dad. Lucky, it's not your fault. Honestly, Lucky, that's really not your fault. That's I'm sorry, hold on, I'm still on that. Oh my gosh. I would clip, I don't know how to clip. Yeah, I'm not good at that, yo. Oh man, where's Joey when we need him, man? Yikes. Wow. Is Shadow in chat? Is Shadow here right now? Yo, I don't think so. Oh man. Okay, anyway, back onto the match. I'm sorry, I wasted too much time. Lucky going for these panels back, gets this Judgment on board here, and this Sanctuary, so he's feeling really safe, really nice.
Ooh, it's a holy field for both players.
Do you element him? I would element man. Would you element man?
As Lucky here, I don't know. I think you might actually just want to Element Man Elec or Element Man Ice and get rid of
Yes.
a column, and then maybe use Magnums to finish it up, right?
Yes. Yes, I think that is the correct way. I agree.
I think you want to preserve your own, even though, yeah, Shadow only has one Mega Boomer, so it might be a while before he draws that.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sure, but I think that was 3 hits?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
definitely a better trade. I would have done it at that point too, yeah.
Right, at that point, yeah, you just want to get rid of all of the whole
Oh no!
panel.
Oh no! Oh, he almost got out of there.
At least it's only 1 hit, but
Yikes, Shadow. Oh, the buffer, yeah, the buffer really got him there. Lucky,
You know-
actually stepped in. Yeah, what?
oh, he's not even trying to get the multi-hit here
No.
on a Taigu. He's just like, I don't need it. I'm just gonna camp forward.
Woo! I'm camping forward! Yeah, oh
Yeah,
my
this-
god.
Recoveries, not in hand. He's only got 1 recovery in hand here, but he can still make a comeback here. But as the
This
700
would be good. Oh, whoa, bro! G, Y, WW. This is exactly what we were talking about. The extra cuts here didn't even really matter. You just had so much alphabet soup in your hand.
I don't think it's too bad, but I think he's got to get rid of this Tenku.
He has to. I would have at least went slash beast. Oh! This worked out
That's
for him!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, he has... Oh, he didn't go for it! Why did you wait? Why did you wait? You should
He
have...
got greedy! He went for the
got greedy.
heat part instead of just popping the anti-damage.
You should have popped that in. You knew. It's telling you. Hey, I'm gonna try to kill you here. Is that okay? Is that fine? I think it's okay. Do you think it's okay? All right. Yeah, you think it's okay. All right, cool. Good guy.
Alright,
Yikes.
that was painful. That was a lot of damage all of a sudden from that double point, Risky Honey.
I think he also got caught mashing or holding B button, so some extra beast came out of that. Yeah, that was whew, that was a lot of damage. Whoa.
Oh, alright, that was quick. That was a quick match, I think.
The fast matches are nice, you know, save some time, you know, I guess. Keep pushing.
Alright, well, well played to both players there. Sorry, Lucky, it seems you did not manage to make it through, but maybe next time you won't trash talk that one recovery 300, huh? Huh? Lost your
here, bro. Just like that. Yikes.
You lost that divine blessing that you had there.
Yeah, man.
Blessing was revoked.
Wait,
All
is that a line from somewhere? Is that from... You've just been revoked. Where's that? Where's that from? Dang, I don't remember. I'll have to remember now.
Alright,
But
so
anyway.
I think the match is Shadow versus Symes.
Yes.
So we just saw Shadow just put Lucky out of his misery right there. And now we're seeing him come up against Symes, so this should be pretty interesting. It's another Falzar versus Gregor matchup.
Lethal Weapon. That's where it's from. Lethal Weapon. Yes. I had to remember, my bad. Yes. Shadow actually has a pretty good matchup here versus Symes because of all this damage he has. He doesn't have any way to control the board, which is actually working out in Symes' favor as well. So I think this is actually a pretty even matchup. In fact, it might be a little against Symes, Shadow here actually, because yeah, he has the boomers to deal with the Sanctuary, but Symes will still be able to keep the Sanctuary panels in his center columns, and there's no way to really change that outside of maybe Ground SP and Element.
I think this might be in Symes' favor here because of the Holy Panels specifically. He doesn't even need the Sanctuary. He can just Holy Panel and then camp the middle. And if you look at it, so much of Shadow's damage is going to be lost to that Holy Panel. He's just gonna have to go into dust and just try and smash it out.
Yeah, even the Risky Honey does half damage, you know? Like, that just nukes a lot of that damage. And with this HP, that's insane value. You can really just camp center. You know,
Yeah, I think for Symes, the right play here is for sure just camp center, drop Holy Panel, step into the middle, just sit on it, and if Shadow tries to go into dust, just knock him out with one of your erased men, right?
Yeah, and even if Shadow tries to go for, like, if you go erase here, erase beast, if Shadow tries to go for 10 beast charges, it still won't work out because Symes can either step back to stop the 3 hits, or he can step up to stop the 2 hit. So it's like you can't confirm that easily. It's footsies.
What I really want to see here is, I mean, you saw Lucky try to do it versus Shadow in that last game, but Symes has a lot more HP to work with here. He's got the 2 recovery 300s, but he's also got this huge amount of HP to start with, 2200, right? So it's going to be hard for Shadow to work through that. Symes might be able to just brute force him down, use Heat Beast charge, right? We saw at the very end, it did connect with Shadow, I think, and it took out a huge chunk of HP. But but in exchange, Lucky let Shadow connect with that Risky Honey, which just vaporized him at the end. If Symes can connect with Heat Beast, because Shadow's going to want to go into Tomahawk eventually for the ×2 charges. If he can connect with Heat Beast, that might be just so much damage that Shadow is going to crumple from it.
honestly, if I was Shadow, I think I avoid using Tomahawk in this matchup. I don't use it at all.
That's the problem, because he doesn't have an answer to this, because Symes, you have to keep in mind, Symes is running double slow gauge. One of them is gonna die. This isn't gonna go to damage judge for sure. This will not go damage judge. 2 slow gauges, there's no way with these setups. Symes is playing pretty standard. I don't want to say pretty standard. I always say this when it comes to Gregar, right? But just this buster oriented high HP setup, and how can you survive until damage judge with that? He has to kill Symes, right? He has to play with all of his chips and just land everything and just kill Symes here through this 2800 HP, holy panels, sanctuaries, invis, anti-damage, like all of this defense. He's just gonna burn through everything and somehow kill Symes. So he's not gonna do that without going to Tomahawk.
This is not a good matchup for Shadow.
It's just, how is he gonna protect himself while he's in Tomahawk? There's gotta be, right? I think he's gotta get ×2 in somewhere on one of his big damage chips if he wants to win, and Symes can just deny that. Because what if Symes just camps as Heat, right? As Heat Cross? I mean,
or even charge. Like that's there too. You have 2 options.
Yeah, you can just camp as Heat or charge, and what is Shadow gonna do? The pressure is just insane. And you know, Shadow doesn't have Spoutman SP or something, right? That would be such a huge and effective counter to that strategy. It would complete the circle a little bit, because Shadow wants to go into Tomahawk, and Symes wants to go into Heat and stop that, and get a huge amount of damage onto Shadow and knock him out of Tomahawk, so that Shadow doesn't have the damage to even fight back anymore. If Shadow had Spoutman SP, that would really complete that circuit and make it so Symes is hesitant to go into Heat, into any of the fire crosses. But without that, there's this blind spot in Shadow's folder, right?
Conversely, though, Shadow does have the opportunity to get with Spout Cross, so that is there. He can use that, right? So if Symes wants to camp center, you can scare him off maybe by threatening the cross on fire.
I mean,
But-
it's true, but like, I don't know. The pressure is just so big from the amount of HP, the amount of damage that Symes can put out just from like the neutral game, just from dropping slow gauge and then just wanting to buster you and just fighting you for the full length of a turn. That is definitely going to work against Shadow, especially with attack 1, right? He doesn't have buster stats.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even have buster stats. No hub batch here to help out with that either. You see, this is the power of Gregar. Like, on paper, there is so much damage that Symes can do because of his crosses alone in the charge shots. This is why Gregar is considered the DPS folder or DPS game, because they just do so much for so little like investment. It feels like just because you chose the version.
Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a crazy matchup, I feel like. Alright, I mean, I think that's it though. I think we can hop into it.
Alright, let's get right into it.
So you kind of see the HP difference doesn't look that big, right? 1800, 2200.
It really doesn't. Very deceiving. And immediately he opens up with that Sanctuary. Wow, this is exactly why you need answers. You need answers to Sanctuary in your folder. Like, I don't care what folder you have. There has to be something. There has to be Element Man, there has to be something. Magnums, anything. Elect Dragons, anything.
I mean, the thing is that both versions have a built-in answer to Sanctuary. It's not foolproof, right? And it costs you some resources, but Elect Beast from Gregar and Dust Beast from Falzar, they can both answer Sanctuary, but you do have to use up Beast just to do it. So you see Holy Panel and Sanctuary. There's a lot of this Holy on the field already, and I believe that was a slow gauge.
Yo, do you see this? Do you?
Yeah.
This is so rude. Oh, oh my gosh. Wow. Yo, Symes! That was insane value!
You can already see it, yeah. So SoulXCross is just, I think that's the strongest charge shot out of Gregor if you don't have area advantage, right? If you're playing at neutral or worse area, right? If you have even less area than that, SoulXCross just puts out a ton of DPS.
And that was on
Symes
Sanctuary.
Yeah, and I mean, that's already 350 damage. Would have been 700 without the Sanctuary.
Right? Like, what? Look at the bold statement Symes made here, too. He went elect turn 1.
Oh
He
my
said-
god, he dodged all of those machine gun hits.
Yeah. The ice panels really help out here. It's really working in his favor.
And he took that. Oh. Oh wow, and he even manages to clear the Sanctuary, the anti-Navi trade. It just didn't come out in time.
Are you kidding me?
Own Sanctuary! And the rough part is that Shadow connected with one of these Tengu racks and it just tickled. It did nothing because of lack of attack, lack of buster stats, right?
Yeah.
So you can just see the neutral game is so different from these two. Like that is, it's absurd coming from Symes. He can win without using chips basically if he just pressures his opponent.
It's easier to dodge the cross charge shot, in my opinion, than it is. Oh man, he went slash. Oh no!
And the counter is what.
Oh no! He ate it up with the blast mode!
Wow, so Symes used that anti-Navi. He used Shadow's anti-Navi against him. Protected his own cross. He protected slash cross, which is huge.
My mouth is just sitting here agape because
But
it's
he-
like,
At the very least, he doesn't have another area grab, so he can't lock Shadow down, remove Tengu, and really put that in DPS yet. But that is still so good for Symes.
this is so dehydrating. Like, I don't know what he does. Like, there's no damage in this folder.
Right? And the thing is, he's already used dust. He's already used up his dust. So I was just talking about it. Gregor has Elect Beast. Balzar has Dust Beast. Those are two options to remove Sanctuary, to remove Holy Panels from the field. But he doesn't have it anymore. Shadow does not have Dust. So how is he going to deal with this? He doesn't seem to have the options. Alright, so let's see. It's charged Risky Honey. Ooh! But it was all on Holy Panels. So Shadow blocked a huge chunk of the Kernel Force there.
Yeah, I mean, but he still took a lot of damage though. Oh jeez, these charges are doing good damage too.
You see that that the ×2 hasn't the slash beast card, right? When it hits dead center, it does 400.
Shadow's heavily considering this next turn. The Magnum is very needed to at least get rid of some of his Sanctuary panels, but as long as Symes has those 3 center panels, 2 of them are holy, it's gonna be tough.
There it is, the Heat Beast.
Oh, and the barrier 200! Heat Beast will confirm even through. Oh no! Oh, the grab banish, he messes it out! Symes took way too long to get that beast charge out.
Yeah, the Shadow has no chips left, and Symes only used 1. There it is.
But he claims it. Oh, the race man finish. Oh, the miss!
Yeah, they weren't lined up there anyways. Symes ending it with the Heat Beast charge at the end.
Yeah, that was tough. Wow, we need to see a heavy adjustment coming from Shadow here, but I don't know how you adjusted that. The strategy's so oppressive.
Exactly. Like, yeah, you really want to see Shadow adjust to it, but what can he do? It feels like his folder just doesn't have the answers. It just feels like this is a really rough matchup for him. He's gotta get ×2 damage from one of his SP nabbies or his Giga, right? He's gotta line something up and really put in some pain onto Symes. He does not have the advantage when they're just going at it with buster shots. In fact, he's at a heavy disadvantage.
A holy panel again.
The holy panel already. That's already gonna cut down the damage so much from Shadow. It's
yikes, dude. Look at all that. He only took 100 damage. He only took 50 damage from that entire trade. He only took 50 damage. Yikes. Yikes. Shadow, this is not your fault, dude. This is not your fault.
Wait, Symes also, he's got the HP bug from his cust. And that's where a lot of the damage is actually coming from. So he's not even, right? Like, Shadow's only got attack 1. This is his Buster is just not doing anything to Symes.
There is still hope here, right? We can still make something happen.
I really feel that Shadow has to get something big. I mean, I think we've seen him mainly boost risky honeys, but maybe he should just go for a Super Vulcan. If he can remove that, there it is. There it is.
Nice. Oh, nice. That's really good. That's really good.
No, Shadow, you gotta suck it up. Suck up the cube.
Suck up the cube, Shadow. What are you doing?
This is your chance. 100 damage. Come on, Shadow. Come on.
Shadow, no! Back me!
Oh, no!
Please, Shadow, no!
Oh,
I'm crying.
man.
Shadow, please!
That was potential D-cross and 400 damage that Shadow lost there. I can't blame him, man. I had my own brain farts this tournament, so.
Yeah, absolutely, me too, man. But oh man, you really needed the channel. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Is he gonna stay in Slash? Symes might stay. You know what I'm saying? Like.
No.
No.
I think he was probably surprised that he didn't get punished for that to begin with.
Wait,
so he was just like, I'm not going to give Shadow a chance to realize.
No TFC.
And this life aura?
Why no TFC into the life aura? Shadow, what's happening?
And oh no!
He remembered.
Shadow,
he finally remembered. He had to do
remembered. Shadow just remembered.
No.
It's like, oh man.
Yikes.
Okay, so he can go into Tengu, take off the life aura, and drop the meteor knuckles. And so that would be a lot of damage. Maybe. Right, that's the problem with meteor knuckles, it's just not.
Okay. This is still doable, right? He has Muramasa. If he can confirm Muramasa for a decent amount of damage here, he can't get 1,000 damage. Like, there's no Tengu on the opposite side, but 500 is still really good, and there's no Sanctuary or Holy Panels on the board right now, right? What if Symes accidentally chip charged away? Wait, he hasn't even gotten into Beast yet. What am I talking about? Like, dang. There's. Okay, no, this is rough. Maybe he's been saving the Sanctuary or the Holy Panel for the double point.
So Shadow's got a lot of damage here, but
he didn't even chip charge it.
Can he make it connect?
Oh. That damage.
Wow, is that for real? I didn't even know it worked like that.
Okay, he still got some damage.
That is so unfortunate. So.
Oh, why did we charge him back there?
Not there. That's big.
He can't step back too because of the poison panels. Oh, but the Sanctuary. He wants that Sanctuary really badly right now. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the right play. especially since there's a fast gauge there or a full gauge. Wow, 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 wow. Dang, man, like I don't know how. You have to really play out of your mind for this matchup because it just doesn't make any sense. Full cust, do it. Full cust, get out of there. Yep, smart.
The problem here is now Symes has the freedom to go into Elec Beast and just destroy the Sanctuary.
Maybe he's been holding on to it for this long. And you know what? Symes saw a lot of wood chips already, so maybe he feels very confident with having Elec here and just sitting on it, which would be really good for him right now because there is no wood in Shadow's hand.
There it is.
He can protect that back row.
Nice. So Groundman SP connects. It's a lot of damage.
Oh, it didn't take the holy panel though.
Oh no.
Crap. And it hit through, so now we know that you can't stop this. Oh,
Looks like
that's so smart.
and knew that was anti-navi, and so he just let that one fizzle out.
Oh, he scared him. Oh my gosh, that was
That
was so much mind damage. That was so much damage. That destroyed me. I didn't know what to do.
You see the huge advantage Symes has because of the slow gauge, right? He has so much time. He can just spook Shadow into the position that he wants him to be in, right? If he just steps forward like that, what is Shadow gonna do? He has to move.
Dude, what were you supposed to do there? He just stood there, menacingly. Okay, whoa, okay, this is actually really good because we now have Dream Aura combo.
So this will keep Shadow safe, at least for just one turn, but okay, so the holy panels get removed though. And then Symes takes some area back.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! The
What did I tell you?
poison seed!
This
It's
is
so
not
strong.
going to go to damage judge. There's just a 0% chance. There was no hope. Shadow has to kill Symes through 1300 HP.
Okay, but he has Muramasa in the hand. So if he can, oh man, yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, if he can pull forward and somehow get it confirmed with Judge, I feel like that would be better here. You don't. This is a slow gauge turn. How much damage do you lose from Poison Seed in a slow gauge turn?
Too much. Too much for this. You
Okay.
see how quick that's ticking down? He's gonna be at maybe 200, 100 and something.
He should have waited for the Heat Beast. That was so obvious. But he gets the D-Cross. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, and the freeze. Into some next damage.
He
Wait for
really
the
wants to get the multi-hits from this.
Right. Wait for the Buster. Wait for the Buster. Oh no, the holy panel. Oh, the Buster. Oh my gosh.
Before using any of his offensive chips. And Symes just did not give Shadow the opportunity to get the ×2s that he needed, right? The big ones being Groundman SP and Meteor Knuckle, and then Blastman SP on grass. Symes was just not having any of it. He was not going to play into Shadow's hand like that, and just his refusal to leave himself open, sealed Shadow's fate there.
Yeah, very similarly to how my matchup wasn't that strong against Shadow's build. Shadow, actually, even more so in Symes' favor for this matchup, especially. Like there's no perfect strategy, right? There's always counterplay to what you're doing, and it's hard to plan for every possible strategy out there, right? You don't know what everyone in the tournament's going to play before they submit. So it's like, how do you accommodate for this one matchup that you're really bad against, and then balance that for all these other matchups too, right? Like, I don't know. That was just rough. Like, at least in our matchup when I played with Shadow, there was still counterplay. There was still mind games that we can both evenly do. But in a matchup like this, where your folder's so heavily skewed against, there's really not much you can do, and it just happens. That's just the matchup. Some matchups you don't want to see.
That was just really painful. But I mean, Shadow had the chance there, right?
Yeah.
And I wanna give him benefit of the doubt and say those were failed back B inputs to try to get the rock cube, but that was just questionable to me because he was just holding down the Falzar Featherbuster at some points.
Right.
And so it felt like he kind of just forgot he had that option available to him, and that would have been such a huge swing around that he would have been able to maybe close out the game. Like that would have made the difference, I think, and also just taking down SoulXCross like that.
And
I feel
sometimes,
like that was definitely the pivotal mistake.
yeah, I feel like sometimes the first win really matters in terms of mental. Like, if Shadow had won that first game, right? Maybe the rest of this entire matchup would have just played differently, because now he feels like, okay, I can do this. This is something I can do. I can play through this grind game. I made it work the first game, you know what I'm saying? But because he lost that first game, what is he thinking? What's the mindset? The mindset changes, and that does affect your gameplay. Mental's 100% a part of any game you play. If you're not thinking about it in a certain way, the possibility of victories, you lose it, because you already skewed your mindset in one way, right? He already looked at Symes' folder and was just like, yeah, this is not going to be easy. And then he loses the first game. That reinforces that negative mindset. Maybe that played a factor here.
Yeah, that can definitely be the case with your mental game, basically. And that was just so unfortunate that the second round ended up the way it was, because Symes actually did leave himself open there. That was the one time I think he made a big mistake going
Yes.
flash like that.
Yes, absolutely.
And Shadow just wasn't in the right mindset, potentially didn't recognize the opportunity fast enough before Symes was like, wait a second, no, I don't want to be in slash. I don't want to be in slash.
No, abort.
Yeah, I have area advantage, but that might not be a good choice.
All right, well, GG's to both players. Let's move it on along. And this is the grind game I was waiting for. Symes versus Thiago.
You know, I have such mixed feelings seeing this. I have such mixed feelings seeing this matchup. We have on one hand the guy who knocked me out of winners, right? We had Thiago who 2-0'd me, right? Got badge turn 2. So we have on one hand Thiago, and on the other hand we have Symes who finished the job, right? So
I was already bleeding, and then he stepped on my neck. Like, like, how do I feel? You know what I'm saying? I don't like this. I don't want any parts of this. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, looking at the folders, I actually think this is a good matchup for Thiago. Is it weird to say that?
I don't know. I actually don't know how this will play out. I mean,
here's what's happening, right?
Yeah.
He has the one Wood Dragon, he has a Geddon, he has the Element Man, and he also has Beast Charges. mainly Elect Beast. So he has 4 ways to deal with these Sanctuary Panels, right? If he saves them and uses them correctly. That is going to play a major factor in how this game plays out. Is when Symes uses his Holy Panels versus when Thiago uses his anti-Holy Panels. That's the matchup here.
Yeah, that is... I don't know if I would say that's the whole matchup here, but I feel like Slugged Buster has the potential to take Symes down, right? Because Symes doesn't have air shoes, he doesn't have any ability to get air shoes. He's playing Gregor. So if it does go into the late game, and you know they have triple slow gauge between the two of them, right? There's no way it's not going to end up being slow gauge. If it does end up going to late game and Thiago drops again, and Holy Panel might not really save Symes even in that instance because just of the raw damage output from Slugged Buster. But I don't know. I want to say that I still favor Symes here, for the simple reason that he's got so much HP. He's got 200 plus 600 plus the 200 barrier plus life aura plus all this defense. And Thiago, he's not slouching on that regard either. He's got 1900, right, plus 2 recoveries, so that's 2500 plus defense. He's got a little bit more defense than Symes actually. 3 invis, 3 anti-damage versus 2 invis, 2 anti-damage. But I kind of want to say that the build-up that Thiago has to do, right? He's got a Dust Dig, major disadvantage there versus 3 Erase Men, right? How are you going to protect yourself? He might get that first turn, the full cust, but that's not even guaranteed because he doesn't have beat. So they're going to start off lined up. Thiago is going to have to mash so hard, so fast, to make sure he doesn't lose dust right off the bat, right? There's such a high probability that Symes pulls at least 1 Erase Man on the first turn. And if Thiago gets stalled like that, if he doesn't manage to get into dust and get his trash to recycling some chips there, and pulling the hub batch, pulling all his buster ups, doesn't manage to do that, that is going to be a rough spot for him to be in, because Symes does not need any build-up. Symes does not need to ramp up to his damage output. He just starts full force, and he's going to put the pressure on Thiago, is what I feel like. So if this is really going to be a game of seeing how this full cust is used, how Thiago protects the Dust Cross. Because you also got to keep in mind, he doesn't have a barrier 200. He doesn't have the options available to him to really protect it. So he's going to have to do some fancy footwork at the very start, gamble on walking the right pattern and getting out of the way of the Erase Man before he does anything else. So this is, I feel like the pressure is more on Thiago here, but we'll see if Symes makes any missteps, leaves himself open, and yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, let's just hop right into it and see how this works out. I do have to say here, I love Symes setup. It's really good. Like, big HP Greygar, I feel like it's kind of slept on.
I don't want to agree with you there, for the simple reason that Salad came up with a big HP Greygar build a long time ago, and was kind of just smashing people left and right with it, and hasn't played it much since back then, I think.
How long ago are we talking? More than 4 years?
I think more than 4 years, yeah, quite a long time ago. For when I got into the game, she already had that setup, and I remember being beaten down by it a couple of times, and just being like, I don't know what I can do against this. And so I feel Symes' setup is pretty similar to it in some regards.
Okay, fair enough.
And so I don't want to say this is a huge innovation, everyone's been sleeping on it, but I do want to say it hasn't been that popular, right? I think we've been seeing a lot more lower HP Greygar builds that are trying to do combos, trying to put out their damage in different ways.
We did see Symes edge out the turn 1 slow gauge before Thiago was even able to press his L or R button. Very rare occurrence. I think that's just due to latency. Sometimes the host player can mash out options and chips before you can even press a trigger, which is interesting to me. I don't know why that happens. Maybe it's just lag and latency and Hamachi mumbo jumbo, but I feel like it's kind of cheap sometimes. You know? How do you mash all those buttons before I press my one button? Yeah, well, okay. Go off, I guess.
Ooh. A little bit of a freeze here.
Wow, look how quickly that got rid of that first barrier.
Oh man, that must have been a missed input, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that life aura.
Oh no!
Oh, wow. And then Thiago's gonna have to step dodge this.
Oh, he did it. Oh, successful. Ouch.
These erase tails are so painful. One of them
he-
destroying the life aura, the other one connecting, and then this erase man EX in the turn.
Yikes, that's all. Look at all that damage he did. 1900 to 1300 in the length of one slow gauge turn. That is the power of slow gauge Greyguard, and it's to be feared. What is that? Is that turn 3 Giga?
That is turn 3 Giga.
Oh no.
Didn't get
That's
the
it.
freeze, but
Oh no, he wants to close. Oh, it doesn't matter, cause I got this Chrono Force. Are you gonna nail it? Does he have something? No, he just has Buster Ups. That's it. It's time. That's so much damage. He chip charged the last one. Oh, that's so disrespectful.
yeah, Symes realized he doesn't even need the defense from that invis, he'd rather have the damage.
Whoa.
And there is almost no chance it doesn't end on this turn.
Symes is so far ahead. He's about to chip charge these recover 300s. That's how far ahead he is.
It's a 1650 HP difference between the two of them. That's 1650 HP. Okay, so recovery 300? I think that might be the only one.
Oh, that was so smart.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go buy some time with this invis. But I
Yeah,
don't think it'll last the whole turn. Yeah, it's gonna time out way before that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a slow gauge turn.
These
It was not.
busters
Oh,
got-
but he somehow dodged. Oh, that was what Thiago needed here, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough.
You can see those Buster Jam procs putting in work even on that holy panel. Symes is feeling some pain. Had to use his recovery 300s there. But
Oh, boy.
I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Why is Thiago staying in Tengu? Do you think that's a good decision here?
I don't think he's gonna get any value out of this.
Oh, that was really good for him. That was really good. But this holy panel. Oh, he gets 2 out of this.
Holy panel. And the thing is that even though Thiago has Buster Jam, he used his Geddon already doing this, and now
Look at that. All that damage.
it's just not enough.
Oh, he made it. He made it to the next turn.
Yeah, but he's fresh out the defense. I mean, he's sitting on a little bit, but is it enough? Can he actually survive? I don't know. 300 HP.
If you looked at the order in which Symes took those chips, the bait is the flash bomb. He wants you to step under that flash bomb so he can confirm the poison. That is so disgusting. There it is.
Oh, life aura protects Symes /cross, stops the ×2 damage. Thiago is really counting on that.
It's over. Wow, nice. Gets rid of the aura, but what more can you do in this situation? He goes for it. Flash bomb will take the end game finish there. Rushing straight towards the game 2. Damn, like Symes is playing out of his mind right now. Like I don't even. You know, he feels so calm. What pressure is he feeling? What pressure is there?
Maybe his heartbeat went up a little bit when he saw that Groundman SP, but he had the perfect answer, and he was just waiting for it. It's the whole reason he loaded up that life aura, just to protect himself against that. So, I mean, I gotta imagine the pressure is really on Thea here.
Is there no one that can stand up to this man? Like, is there nothing that they can do? Thea goes for the turn 1 dust, and he will get these nice 200. Oh, suck up! No, what are you doing, Thea?
Thea,
why? Oh, no. Thea, what happened?
Oh, not again! No!
Shadow and Thea both forgot that they have a being left. Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah, they didn't use the back beat. I mean, you could say that the ice cubes being there kind of makes the field awkward, kind of makes it so you get a little bit of an advantage over your opponent if you can manipulate them a bit. But really, that damage, how can you pass up on it in this matchup?
If you don't have a time to suck, I think now is more than... Oh, wow, he just broke it. Oh, look. Get the D-cross here with this B button, if you can. Oh,
you know
but
what?
he missed.
I don't know if did that static maybe have an uninstall attached to it? It just completely missed. We'll never know. So that might have been the uninstall from Thiago whipping. We're just really not sure. He could also choose to put it onto a dragon, but
Honestly, I don't think uninstall matters as much in this matchup. Yes, Symes will lose super armor, but the 3 turns of super armor you get back from Beast Out is more than enough, I think, to last you a good duration of the match. Oh my gosh.
So you see the Buster Jam. Those Buster Jam procs are putting in work. It's just Symes is not that faltering here. He's just keeping up the charge shot pressure.
Taking half damage from this grab banish. There's the Beast Out. And the Kernel Force in hand. He's going for it. I don't think this is a good time to go for it, honestly. I would sit. Yes, 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 very smart. I would sit. Very smart.
I think smart move here is just to use the Erase Beast Tail, right? Just to Erase Tail and play defensively, play off of your holy panels.
Nice 2-time damage with the wood, but he really wants to hit over. Oh, and eating it in the face, gonna take 130 and no more. Sanctuary sitting in hand, gonna get rid of the wood panels. And now camping forward is a viable option for Symes here, as he whittled away at Thiago's HP here. Another confirm, and the HP bug now showing its ugly head. Oh no.
But it's slow gauge. I mean, if Symes wants to lock in this Kernel Force, he can, and just wait for it. But he's gonna go for the safer option, what I feel like is the safer option. Try to knock off the Invis with his Erase Man, and then just close it out. And you can see,
that high IQ. It's like he knew a life aura was coming, and this will deal with that. He walked back into it. Dang, that sucks. Thea, I'm so sorry. Another chip charge coming out. Oh, but the Invis, will it last the rest of this turn? Oh, but there's an anti-damage too. Oh, this is so scary for Thea. This is so scary. Oh, man.
And here it is. This is also a perfect Kernel Force turn, almost.
This is it. This Windwreck will deal with the anti-damage.
Ooh.
Flash Bomb will decross here. There it is. Got to decross. Blastman in hand. no TFC. Is it safe to say that this will be the end? Or is Thea just waiting? No, it's not waiting. And that's game. There's just too much HP to deal with.
Well played to both players there. I mean, you can see that, just Symes being able to go at it at full force from the very start versus Thiago, trying to ramp up to his full damage output. You can see the difference that made there. And then Symes playing really well defensively with his holy panels, with Sanctuary.
I know Attack 10 builds is really good in mod card format, right? But is that mostly because you don't have the need to ramp up your Buster with Buster ups? It's because mod cards gives you those attack plus 3s in the mod card settings, right? Which is what makes it really amazing. But over here in standard format USA, the English format, you have to spend a lot of folder space to play those Buster ups to get to that point in the first place. So it takes a lot of time. It's a faster format, unironically, in standard.
Yeah, I think for sure mod cards, you do end up having a lot of potential synergy with your Buster, with just the Buster Jam procs, right? You have a lot of potential synergy with other things, so it does end up being a longer game and a slower game in general. Even with higher damage gigas like the Falzar and Gregar gigas coming out to play, and then Double Beast as well, right? Even with those in play, the amount of defensive tools players get is also much higher, much higher. And I would say that you kind of need stuff like the Buster Jam in order to and Bug Buster and Buster, like basically attack 10, right?
Yeah.
You need that in order to kind of even it out and bring it back to a position where your neutral is strong enough to deal with their defense from chip recoveries and stuff like this. So I don't know. Symes showed a dominating performance in that game
The
just
last few
now,
games. Yeah.
and yeah, he's looking unstoppable, and you can kind of see the insane strength of this super high HP, super tanky Gregar setup, and I'm getting like a blast from the past when I see the setup and I see it being played. I mean, yeah, it's just really flexible, but it's got some weaknesses too. You can kind of see on the turns where Symes loses his crosses, especially while he's in Beast. If he loses his cross, his damage just drops off dramatically. He
Yes.
doesn't get because the base Gregar Beast chip charge, right?
Yes.
It does not do nearly as much. It doesn't have nearly as the same power or coverage as the cross beast charges.
Yes.
So there's so many strengths to this setup, but there's also these weaknesses that you can kind of see poking through where he wants to spend. He's got double slow gauge. He's spending so much time in slow gauge, and you're just if you can just knock down his cross, he loses so much damage. But he's just one step ahead almost all of these games. One step ahead, and in that match versus Shadow, match versus Lucky, and here as well, or not Lucky. Yeah, so I don't know. Just people aren't using the back B to get the dust cubes.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing I want to point out. People aren't using all of the tools available to them to fight back against Symes right now. People are really forgetting about some of the things available to them. And you need those versus the setup. You need every bit of damage.
Yeah.
When the field throws 400 free damage at you, you gotta take it against.
You gotta take it.
You
And
gotta
maybe
take
that's
it.
a testament, right? Maybe that's a testament to the mental damage that Symes is putting in the match. Like they feel so oppressed by what's happening, and just like everything else goes out the window. You have a plan until you start getting fired at. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
like it's crazy.
And yeah, you can't blame the players for not
No.
picking up on it in time, because I mean, yeah, there are a lot of tools in the game, but just how do I put it? The pressure from Symes's build is really insane, and it's pressure in more than one way. It's not just like, oh no, he's doing so much damage, I'm gonna die. It's also, I have to land my chips. I have to land
Yes.
my everything on this guy to kill him because he's
Yes.
just so beefy, right?
Yes.
2800 effective HP, barrier 200, life aura, 2 holy panels, and a sanctuary. Like this is absurd to play against.
Yes.
And so you're not just thinking, all right, I have to avoid his damage. You're thinking, you're not just avoid his damage, avoid his damage that is not tied to chips, right? It's just crosses. So he's not losing a resource when he's fighting you. He's just the only resource he's counting on is time. And just the how do I put it? That the 2800 effective HP. You're also at the same time you're going, I can't let him hit me with these next charge shots. I have to dodge these charge shots. I have to dodge his beast charges. At the same time, you're thinking, I have to connect these next chips as well. There's just so little wiggle room in a lot of these matchups. Even when people are getting these tools handed to them, like the the rock cubes
Rock
on
cubes
these
and
fields,
ice cubes.
ice cubes on the field. Maybe there's just too much to keep track of mentally. There's too much pressure. They're not able to utilize them in time. And Symes, he showed a little bit of weakness in some of these matches. He showed an opening, and people weren't quick enough to
Taking
take it.
it. They just didn't want to take it.
So it's not an unbeatable setup for sure. It's got its weaknesses. It's got problems with it that those are just the natural trade-offs of the type of folder and type of build it is. So we'll see whether or not Salad can finally bring down this beast, this
Yeah.
absolute monster of a build that, I really see this build as being reminiscent of her Gregor build from way back.
hmm
So I think that Salad understands it. Definitely understands the build. Like, this is not anything new. This is
Right.
definitely an older build, an older type of build, right?
Well, before we get into that matchup, because we do have Salad versus Symes coming up next, there's that finals match. But before that happens, we need a quick word from the man himself, Player Zero.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun to watch through all of these matches and the interesting moments that we've seen so far, like collective amnesia. Um, but yeah, so I'm just going to do a quick reminder on where we are in the bracket so far. So this match, Symes vs Thiago, was the finals in losers bracket, which brings Symes to winner's side to play vs Salad for our final match. So as you can see here, we've already seen most of these matches either in this stream or during last week's stream. So make sure to stay tuned for the finals match, which will be a double VOD match. But before we go into that, we're going to have to take a short break. Our commentators have been working really hard, so going to have one final push. But yeah, so we're going to have a short break and we'll be back soon, so make sure to stay tuned. Okay, so now we're going, before we're heading into our final match, which will be Salad vs Symes, I'm just going to briefly explain basically what the N1GP is and about the tournament and what we will be having in the future. So the N1GP is, as most of you know, PvP focused community mainly around Battle Network 6, and we have a lot of resources to help guide people setting up. This tournament is called New Moon, which is something we've been doing more recently, and it's weekly round robin tournament. And we concluded with the Blood Moon tournament, which is basically what the stream you're watching now. And this will decide the Moon, I believe Moon Champion is the role, which the winner will keep until next week. So after this ends, there will be a break from New Moon, but don't worry, we will still have other tournaments. So there is a tournament planned for next weekend. More information on that will be on Discord. It should be a very quick tournament and new player friendly if anyone wishes to join. Oh yeah, and before going into the match, we will be doing donation drives to help support the server costs and for maintenance costs. So keep an eye out on that. Obviously, more information will be coming out soon. Okay, so now I'll hand it off to our commentators to finish off this match. Take it off.
Alright, so this is the culmination of Blood Moon. This is the grand finals, Salad versus Symes. Salad coming in from the winner's bracket, and Symes clawing his way out of the loser's bracket, knocking down everyone in his path, just barreling through people. That 2200 HP Gregor setup. And so Salad has been sitting here waiting for Symes. I don't know what to say. We've seen a dominating performance from Symes, shutting down everyone's hopes and dreams when they approach him. Very few openings, very few weaknesses opening up from him for his opponents to take advantage of. So, yeah, this is going to be quite a match.
Honestly, I see Salad's folder, and I know she can do approximately 2,500 damage. We've counted. I think PC counted as a matter of fact. 2,500 max damage if everything hits. And that's pivotal. That's a key phrase. If everything hits, right? If any of that misses, Symes can definitely out-tank that. Especially with all that defense, right?
I don't know. I don't know if that sounds right, 2,500. I want to say, I think Salad corrected it earlier to be 3,500, which sounds about right.
Okay.
So if you look at it, base anomaly 640, right? Element Man SP 240, even before the ×2 potential, which you will probably get. So that's already 1,000. Spout Man SP, Ground Man SP, those add up to be about 700, right? 800. So already just from the Mega and Gigas, you can get about 2k, right? Basically 2,000. Especially if you get ×2s, then yeah. So the damage is not necessarily lacking. It's enough to deal with most people. It's just Symes has 2,800 effective hit points, so this is going to be quite an ordeal. But Salad does have double fast gauge
versus the double slow gauge, yes.
And so this is interesting, and I want to point this out. I feel that double slow gauge in this matchup, it can be. I think this might be kind of rough because normal gauge might not be what Symes wants to sit in, so he might be pressured to go slow gauge first, to drop the first gauge basically in the gauge battle. And if things just end up going to either normal gauge or fast gauge, I do think there's a chance of damage judge coming up, right? Salad's folder, it's really oriented around disorienting her opponent, knocking them off of their own rhythm and taking away their chips, counter hitting, and knocking people out of their attacks. So really, there's the potential here for this game to stall until damage judge, and
especially if she can get that fast gauge and use those A chips to stall out the turns, as she has been doing previously.
And what you can also see here is Symes has 2 holy panels in the Sanctuary. Those defenses have been giving him so much value in these past matches through the loser's bracket. And the thing is that Salad does have the tools to respond to them. Shadow was kind of on the back foot because he did have only a single Mega Boomer, first off. And that just didn't seem like it was adequate for dealing with this much holy. But Salad does have 2 Element Man, right? Element Man and Element Man SP. And then there's the Ground Man SP as well. Yes. And then finally there's Elect Dragon, so there's actually 4 tools to deal with holy panels outside of SoulXCross, and so the tools are all in the belt. Salad does have the options to answer Symes. This isn't going to be, I feel like, a one-sided matchup. This is going to be pretty back and forth, and it's going to be a contest of both the gauges.
Yes.
And field control, right? How do you put down your holy panels? How do you use your chips? And Balzar has a kind of an innate advantage in this kind of resource battle because of SoulXCross, right? And it's weird to say that because Symes does have Erase Man EX, Erase Man SP, Erase Man, right? He's got the holy trifecta of Erase Men on top of the access to Erase Beast, so using Erase Tails. But just having even one turn to shuffle a chip to the back of your folder, right? Using your trash chute, that can change things so much. That can really give you more options in your hand and can free yourself up. Whereas as Gregor, you just have to use what you've got. So this is going to put that's basically the sanctuary, the holy panels. They might become like shackles for Symes in terms of, well, if he draws them too early, his opponent has so many answers, it's not going to hurt, right? For them to just use them to answer it. So the value exchange is going to be so hard to gauge.
It does seem like there's a lot going for Salad in this matchup, which is 100% agreed. There is a lot. That's true. However, if Symes can just keep that cool and not crack until he sees a fast gauge go into play, if he can just manage under that standard gauge for the first few turns, he will be completely fine, I believe. He just has to maintain that cool. If he can get down that poison seed in a slow gauge turn, at least for one slow gauge turn, it'll be tremendously valuable. Flash Bomb can help him set up some strategies too. He can chip charge it. He can prevent Salad from doing too many Beast Rush combos, especially if she doesn't have Tomahawk up. He has the triple erase men. He has the barrier 200. There's a lot going for him in this matchup too. So don't think that, Salad has all the answers, because it really isn't as black and as white as it seems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've seen Symes put on such a dominating performance coming out of losers and just annihilating everyone on this
Everyone.
path. He's been on a warpath.
Warpath.
For sure. Even with all these tools, right? Even with all the Salad does have the answers, but are they going to be effective? Is it basically it's a question of how is it gonna match up, right? Like, how are they going to actually interact with each other when they're being used?
Yes.
Who's gonna drop something preemptively? Who's gonna drop something maybe a little bit too early? Maybe hold on a little bit too late? It becomes this battle of just gauging how and when you're using your chips in order to get maximum effect. Because Symes, if he gets a single good slow gauge turn off, you can't forget the amount of damage Gregor puts out is obscene, right? You can put out like 1,000 damage from your charge shots. And
Alone.
Yeah. Alone. And the thing that's really potent about, I feel like we haven't really seen it used to maximum effect yet, but there's the potential to weave in so much damage. You could probably kill someone in one turn if you slow gauged and then you lock them with your charge shots, a little slash cross or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're just locking them in place and you're hitting them with your charge shots, and then you're also weaving in those Erase Man,
Yes.
Erase Man EX, Erase Man SP. If you're weaving those in, because they will take people out of blinking, so you can just charge shot them even faster, right?
Yes.
And then you can use them while your opponent is blinking. So basically there's no respite for your opponent, they're just getting hammered constantly. So there's still the potential that this could end very quickly in Symes' favor if he draws the right chips and he has the guts to just go for a really strong aggressive early plays, right? So the potential is all there for both of them. They've got so many tools to potentially drag the game in their favor. So this is going to be really fun to see who comes out on top.
And Yo, I have this crazy grin on my face because I'm just ready to make this hatch happen. Yo, put it on, man. Let's get let's get right to it. Here we go. And of course, we had to end it on a double pod because we need to see what's in their hands. Am I right, Neryth? I want to know. Can you show me?
All right, let's take a look here. And this is the interesting thing. They've both got the gauges reg, right? Slow gauge reg, fast gauge reg.
Yes, sir.
And my prediction is neither one of them is gonna even lock it in their first turn.
No, sir.
I think they're both gonna be like, all right, I'll play with normal gauge, and we're gonna see who comes out on top and who's gonna feel the pressure to use the gauge first, right?
Who do you think is gonna? I'll take a bet. Who do you think is gonna go first on their gauge? You think it's gonna be Salad, or do you think it's gonna be Symes here?
I want to say, this isn't even about the player matchup. I want to say Gregor feels the pressure to slow gauge first because normal gauge versus basically just the way the gauges work out. I think slow gauge you get much more value out of it than fast gauge. So like normal gauge is already kind of fast.
Oh,
right?
yo. Oh, Salad, you mashed. Why did you mash? Okay, if Salad didn't mash there, she could have just used the free ×2 from Anger into bees. That would have been massive amounts of damage. She usually goes for that, so I'm a little surprised she didn't this time around. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yes! I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
And this is so risky,
Oh,
right?
gosh.
Oh, and what did I say? What did I say? Here it is.
Oh my gosh, you're right!
Wait, yeah,
Oh my
so
gosh.
you get so much value out of it. Oh my god, but Salad is answering in turn with an end of turn with a last chip fast gauge. That's the perfect answer.
He hasn't locked it yet. He hasn't locked it yet. Yo, is he thinking about it? Yo, is he thinking about it?
No way.
Is
That
he?
doesn't.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Symes, don't do it. Symes, don't do it. Press B a lot right now. Oh, he did it. Oh
He wanted the slow gauge turn. He wanted this flash cross abuse on the second turn here. Barrier 200.
no. He's smashing through. Oh, he misses the E-Race, man. He needed that. He really needed that because this fast gauge is gonna eat him alive.
He wants this so badly, but and then now he can't step back.
I have to stay here.
He's so committed to it.
The
But there's
counter hit.
and
Oh,
it's a counter.
Yo, Salad, please. No.
Symes gambled and Symes lost right there. How could he have predicted that Salad was gonna have that kind of answer to a turn 2 slow gauge slash cross play like that? That was. I feel like
Yes.
that is so demoralizing because now you're on the back foot in the gauge war, right?
It's very deliberating. In fact, we get an end of turn double. Oh, what she gets it!
Oh.
The ×2. Oh, that's so much damage, and Rush is coming out too.
And these turns are so fast. You don't. Oh no!
Do you cross cancel? Do you use your beast out now? You only have 2 crosses left. You only have 2 crosses left. You have to stake. Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
Salah's just gonna sit on this anti-damage. They're feeling no pressure here.
No, we're chilling.
Symes also over and then use the slow gauge, but was that even worth it? Because you see here, full cust.
There is a full cust here that will help Salad find the next fast gauge. She now needs it. If she gets this fast gauge, for the rest of the match, it's in her ball field. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing Symes can do to change it. He has to deal with it.
It seems like, yeah, it seems like Salad might be betting on getting to that next fast gauge because going to dust, even versus so many erased men, potentially erased men, stepping back, it's very smart.
Jeez. No. And he also will Symes lose the bug fix here? No, he does not. Oh, thank goodness. If he did get flinched, he would have lost that bug fix there too.
Okay, so it's not there yet.
No, still not here, but we do get this dust tick. Is she gonna shuffle back the life aura? I don't think that's a good idea. I think you get rid
grab
of...
revenge. Personally, I feel
Yes.
like grab revenge because your opponent has already used slash. But no, Salad only shuffled away one chip. Salad is actually comfortable playing under slow gauge because of this HP difference, I guess. Like the potential.
835? Yeah. And the aura...
Gives Salad time to destroy all of these holy panels.
We can play the game. That's completely fine. I like this trade.
Oh,
Yeah, look at, she's literally surgically removing them. Ah, I hate it. I hate it. Oh no! Oh, the invisible. Thank you,
Symes.
Ty.
Protect elect.
There's the holy panel, but you can't step on it yet.
Value.
Oh my gosh, the footsies. Symes trying to bait out the golem, but he would not. She wouldn't let it out. She knew. I'm here. Yeah, we can take our time. You wanted slow gauge? I got you. I understand. You can have that.
This is brutal because this holy panel might end up being more of a weakness than a strength. At this much HP left, Salad might just be able to land everything, and it does make Symes' positioning a little bit more predictable. So this might actually be. There it is, the pulse. The fire hit does not connect.
Oh, the punch. Okay, so the thing is, right? Salad has control over movement with a wind rack or a leg pulse, so that it's a non-factor, and she uses the elect dragon to get rid of it. Grandma's too strong. Yo, Grandma, please. No.
And then the spellman SP at the end, just waiting for that potential time freeze counter. Salad is so comfortable playing the neutral game here because of this life aura that Symes hasn't managed to counter yet.
Is that
If he has the wind rack, he's gonna lock it in and try to.
She didn't take this. Oh, this is smart, right? Oh, expecting maybe a fire cross to come out here because of all this grass. Taking the spout man was an insane read, but thankfully, Symes didn't go for that. But 145 to 1550. Yikes! Oh,
Okay, so
there he goes.
huge 120, but that still leaves a 900. No, like 1,000 HP difference basically between the two of them.
And ticking. Okay, connects one of those charge shots, which is really good. A flash bomb into poison seed is not bad here, followed by a Chrono Force. I think I would go for it. I would think I would beast out here and go for the Chrono Force. You don't have a lot of time. Oh, but she took a grab revenge, didn't she?
Such a tough spot for Symes right now. I mean, he's got some defensive options here. This life aura might be able to buy him some time, but can he really rely on it here?
I don't know. There's no cross into Tengu on Salad's side, but there's no way of him knowing that, right? And she's going into the T-Hawk, and you're still in the Elec. Is this the read that you needed? Do you go into the Fire Cross now, and you don't want to use that resource because you're running out, but you gotta go for it.
Yeah, so Symes sees that the Spout MSP was used last turn, put on quite a bit of hurt on him, so he knows at the very least he's not gonna get hosed down.
I think this is an error. I think he should have went with that flash bomb to confirm the drop of this poison seed because he needs that desperately. And there's the fast gauge. Grab Revenge can install more of this time again. There it goes. Oh, okay, there it is.
It might be too late, though. Can he survive long enough for it to really get value?
Only time will tell.
Salads, they're both going to be running out of chips. Salad, you can already see Salad's end of folder here, but only needs basically one or two more things to connect here to close it out.
Symes does have a little bit of extra HP with the recover in his hand still. And there goes the beast! The Life Aura will eat up the beast. This is really good. This is really good. There's a decross. If you don't go for Flash Bomb, now is the time. This is it. This has to connect. If this does not connect, Symes loses here. Without a doubt, he just loses. Okay. There goes the... That will deal with the anti-damage. Oh, the bees! Oh, but she made it to the next turn.
Got fast gauge advantage right there.
She made it to the next turn because of fast gauge. And she beast overs here into this base. Is base gonna end the game? Base is coming out. Here he is. It's time, but it's not maximum hits. Will she? Okay, all you need to confirm is one of these buster shots, and it's in fast gauge, so she'll lose the beast, but it gets closed out. It gets closed out. Holy shit! Yo, oh my gosh.
That was so close. If Symes made it at the end of turn, then that could have gone either way.
That was 100% either way. Holy crap! He just needed to make it one turn. You know what? After a round like that, I don't even feel like there is mental damage, honestly, because Symes is like, he's like, you know what? That was a close round. I could have very easily taken that. I can come back from this. This is fine. This is still game 2. And there's game 3 if I get game 2. So it's completely fine. I can get the reverse 2-0. Okay, here we go. Salad starting off with bees. She doesn't let it rip though. Not yet. Just waiting patiently. There it goes. Oh, he slides into it. Oh, he takes 200.
You see Salad using that back B, getting those. Oh wow.
400 damage, turn 1.
It's what other people were missing in the matchup. Salad gets a front row erase man as well.
You have to cross cancel here. You cannot. You can't stay here in this. It won't
so
work.
risky because Symes, maybe he wanted to go into Erase Beast, and you know his opponent is also in Dust, so that's so tempting, that juicy Erase Tail. But also keeping in mind, Salad has 3 windbreaks. It's just not safe. So he's gonna go into Erase Cross or Elect Cross instead. Gonna go into another cross that has a strong neutral game here.
This makes a perfect amount of sense too, because even if he does go into Beast over, or Beast out rather, with the Erase Cross, if it gets decrossed, there is no real damage coming out of that other than Beast Slashes for 200 if both hit, right? So yeah, going into another cross is just way better and preserves your Beast out, which is the smarter move in my opinion. To recover 200s in hand, he will be able to get some of this HP back. He's not popping the second one just yet. Judgment coming out. Will miss though. Symes has to camp forward or lose this area though, which will easily let the confirm for the Aqua Sword happen. Oh my gosh. Yes, you want to camp forward so that way Judgment's panels don't eat or get taken away from you. But that just lines you up for the Ice Sword, or rather the Aqua Sword.
An Aqua Sword is such an underutilized, underappreciated chip. I really love it, but yeah, and you see on the ice field here, it also results in that freeze for that confirmed Windrack follow-up, and it's interesting because you see these chips land, and it's like, well, that wasn't too much damage. Symes has a lot of HP left. He's even got recovery 300.
Look how she's interrupting charges with the Elect Pulse. That's the real damage that Elect Pulse has. It's not necessarily the paralysis or the freezing. You want to interrupt those charges that your opponent's trying to throw at you so you can eat at their time. They take time to charge, you interrupt it, they have to take time again to charge it up once more. Really smart strategy coming out from Salad side here. And Spoutman, oh, but we have the anti-damage. Not going to take that this time around.
Yeah, and in terms of interrupting your opponent and wasting their time, we talked about it, how Symes, the only resource he's using is time, but it's working against him here.
A very big confirmation for Symes here as he gets one of those charge shots to land, and finds out that it's in fact not an anti-damage. So he knows now that he's dealing with an anti-Navi.
Man, and you see how this resource game is playing out. Both players are sitting on their gauges. Salad's sitting on 2 gauges on double fast gauge right now and does not feel the pressure because of Cust 3, right? Having 8 Cust to work with just gives Salad the ability to sit on these chips and not care. They do not slow down the folder at all. And it being like this, what is Symes' answer, right? If he slow gauges here, which looks like he's gonna want to, on the very next turn, he's gonna get 1 turn of slow gauge here. Let's see if he can get value.
He wants to see. Oh, he's chip charging it away. Oh, but gets decrossed.
Oh no!
Massive hit. Colonel Force will land though. That's massive damage.
So much damage.
She has to cross cancel out of this. This is actually pretty bad for Salad here. She has base in hand, but what can she really follow up with it?
This might be a good situation because if you look at it, she could go into ground here. I'm not sure if the final shot fired from that Colonel Soldier yet. It would be pretty rough to cross cancel and then get paralyzed again.
He's coming back for sure. We'll have to see what happens here though.
And yeah, Symes here is predicting Tomahawk. So he goes into heat for the Heat Beast charge, trying to get double damage.
Oh no!
So it does paralyze. Oh
Max
wow!
amount of hits, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good amount of damage to come back in this game, and the full cut.
And looking at it, it's fast gauge. So Symes is not going to be able to get that much value out of the beast. This full cust was so well used, and it's going to lead into a fast gauge. Symes dropping the barrier 200.
Anti-Navi coming out. Blastman will take some of this barrier, and the rest of it actually. Oh, that's right, because he was in the
game.
Oh, but the times 2. Oh, he clutches it. Game 3. We're going to the next level. Let's go, Symes.
Insane. 420 damage from that Erase Man SP.
Symes, the hero that we didn't know we wanted. Is he gonna be able to clutch out this game? Well, apparently Salad's an even bigger monster than we thought.
That is so interesting. It was like Symes was just crushing people into and now you see this is pretty evenly matched, right?
All of a sudden.
1-1. If Symes can take this, we will go to a reset, and they'll play another best of 3.
Who's trying to see the super set, yo? Come on, yo. Symes just has to clutch out this final round to get the bracket reset he needs. And you underestimate the power bracket resets have to revitalizing a player. Like, it just invokes this energy in you to just run the set entirely back.
Ooh, and you see, so I'll just take that one elect cross charge shot, choosing to sit on this life aura for a bit.
A Raise Man in hand, but won't be able to confirm it, unfortunately, because he's trapped. So smart for Salad to step down like that.
He does destroy the life aura at least, so it gets some value, but did not get the 420 damage and decross he was looking for. Salad now has the option to use a trash shoot here, shuffle things away if she wants to.
She also has a full custom hand if she wants to use it, but what's even scarier is that right now, Symes is trapped behind 3 different holes, one on all sides of him. He cannot move, which means once this barrier gets cleared, Salad would be having an easy time confirming infinite amounts of combo potential. She sees it.
Interrupts the chart.
Oh, but the poison seed goes down! Whoa, 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 was she flashing? That the poison seed landed like that? I don't think she was flashing. How did that land? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense.
But here's the thing. What is Symes gonna do now? He's gonna stay in Erase. Doesn't go into Beast. He wants to play the neutral game a bit. These charge shots, I guess, but it's still kind of risky just to remain in Erase because of these 3 wind racks.
Oh my gosh, and the combo! Symes, he's actually gonna bite the dust a little bit for that anti-nav. He's coming out. Erase Man will connect.
Wow, and that is this gonna be another turn? Yeah, there's gonna be another turn of dust here. And the interesting thing is, this Fullcast, right? This isn't the folder where Salad wants to use the Fullcast to dig faster, to reach a win condition. This Fullcast is going to have defensive potential. It's going to end Symes's slow gauge.
Yes.
Basically, it's going to put a much stricter time limit on him being able to kernel force.
Bases
And,
in hand, charging it.
Oh!
Gonna raise up and defend herself from the flash bomb. Yes, she avoids the paralysis, which will and staying in front of the whole panel to deny the kernel force. And the end of turn, kernel force is not gonna do Symes any justice here. Now Salad can fully react, changing into a potential tomahawk.
And yeah, that choice to chip charge the base anomaly, I mean, I think it works out because look at the field. These 2 super holes are so brutal for base anomaly to get any value.
Honestly, she used base to the best of her ability. I can't even be mad. She threw it away into a defensive maneuver to avoid a setup. Like, I can't. How do you get mad at that?
This
Oh my
is
gosh.
this is so close.
Salad just carefully reviewing her options here. You hate to throw away a Giga, but the super perma holes just won't allow base to just go off as easily as she wants it to. Oh man, okay, she goes defensively with the risky honey, and no! Oh, she did negate a good amount of that damage, but somehow the bees weren't able to cover all of those army men and the Gatling from the beast beast out on Symes' side. Oh, dodging the Aqua Sword! Oh man. Salad now will start taking damage from these poison panels, but in a fast gauge, it's not too much of a problem for her. I'm looking at both of their players' hands. They both have 2 wind racks in hand. Symes could conversely go for a small wind rack combo to try and eat the time out of the fast gauge himself.
It's so
He doesn't take
difficult.
it.
Oh no!
No! Oh, yes!
Missed foot. That missed timing on the element
Oh,
G. That saved Symes' hopes here. Oh, but at the same time, Salad is able to make use of these holy panels herself.
Symes sitting on one more slow gauge, excuse me. What does he do with it? I don't. Yo, what crosses do you have left, Symes? Can you look up for me, please? Really quick, Symes, please. Symes, press up. Thank you, Symes. Thank you.
Flash and charge.
Okay, so he does still have some good amount of stuff left over. Buster Bug will come out here. A Bug Fix, excuse me. No, you're not gonna get me with this kind of charge shot. I'm not that much of a novice here. Element Man will go for ice. Oh no, she gets rid of her own panels.
True, but it also gets rid of the poison in the back. Gives Salad a little bit more mobility here.
Fair enough. These wind racks sitting in hand. Slash Man finally coming out. Is it a good idea to put Slash Man out against a ground cross? It'll be very scary for sure.
Salad has
He'll be
the
able to confirm this area?
answer to these area grabs.
Oh! Did Symes forget it could jump forward like that? I think you did.
She gets the area back.
Oh, nice counter hit.
Great. Slow gauge at end of turn and Invis though, that's not much value. Yeah, Salad has both gauges in hand. This is... It's gonna be countered. It's gonna be another fast gauge turn.
Jeez.
And this is so rough. Yeah, so Falzar can just wait it out in this matchup and he still has both off gauges.
It's very even right now, so it's not even that bad of a situation for Symes. He just has to figure out a strategy to come up with in the midst of all this chaos. I think not crossing here was very smart though.
Oh, not...
Okay, he comes back on top with more HP now than Salad, and he still has one Sanctuary panel left to his name. We see Heatcross finally making the entrance into the battle.
But that is risky. He hasn't seen Spoutman SP yet, and this is what I was talking about. Salad has these tools that are just so perfect to answer what Symes is pulling out.
One Aqua SP is 240 per hit 3 times. That's more than enough to put a massive dent. Invisible comes out, no TFC. He waits. The patience that Symes has is uncanny. He's trying to play the footsies game. Oh, but she dodges. She made the correct read. Groundman SP will get blocked here. 2, 3. He keeps the panel. He keeps the holy panel. Oh, but he gets the decross too. Oh, he clips with the buster. Yes. And he still has a life aura in hand, waiting for this Aqua SP to come out and be denied. He just has to... No, why switch crosses here? You're doing so well. Oh, I don't think I would have switched. But going Tomahawk is a little crazy too, but she needs these times 2s. Symes has so much HP right now that she needs to get times 2s on these, even though she might lose it. Air grab coming out. Fast gauge will now come out as well. Barrier 200 in hand. Oh, the counter hit! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with the counter hit? Why won't she need it to even up the score? Immediately going into Aquacross. That's insane! No way! Spellcross coming out like we're both neither stove.
Life Aura blocks Spoutman SP. It saves Symes from death here. And I don't know if Salad has anything else. Wait, no, the final wind rack. 3 wind racks, the last one on turn 13. D-Cross. Symes getting hosed down here.
He has nothing left. It's 14. This is turn 14. He needs to somehow last this final turn. Oh, okay, he just takes it. Not walking on the holy panel. Beast over. Beast over now. That's it. It's damage judge. It's all up to this. The damage judge will tell us the answer. Who did the most damage? It's impossible to tell. This is it! The total's adding up! Salad with the unbelievable amount of damage done! Insane! Holy crap! What
Wow.
game!
Well, that was a set.
Symes doing everything within his power to try and catch this dub, but some slight misplays, not even big ones, just the ones that mattered, ended up tipping the scales in Salad's favor. How unfortunate, but an amazing match from both really amazing players. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Jeez.
That was truly amazing. I feel like there were so many moments there that both players playing really, really well, trying to claw their way through the set, and even their misplays, right? Even the mistakes that they made. I know, they probably feel badly. They probably feel poorly about those misplays that, especially on Symes' part, might have cost him the set. But overall, the play was so good that, like, as someone watching it, I can't even complain about any of the misplays at all. This was even the things that cost them the game. I'm kind of just like, well, so Salad losing the second game there, and Symes, just the mistakes that they made. I felt like they weren't things that I would feel strongly about, because just overall the level of play was so high.
Yes, for sure.
That was just wow. Really, just hats off to both of these players.
Like, honestly, Symes is such a good player, dude. But Salad played out of her mind. Holy hell. Yo. Only one beast can stop the other. And this time Bowser won.
Yeah, and this was a Bowser versus Gregor setup. This was the matchup. And wow, it was so close. That was so close.
I can't wait till November. I want to get in this next tournament immediately. Just keep me away from the stairs. Oh my gosh. GG's.
Yeah, that was a really fun match to watch. Especially seeing how everyone in chat was just getting very hyped on everything that was happening. That was a lot of fun to be a part of. So, thank you guys for being here. And
Thank
yeah,
you. Yeah.
congratulations to Salad for winning our second Blood Moon. Okay, so this is going to conclude our stream for today. Before we end off, again, going to give a huge shout out to Salad for organizing the tournament and working really hard on making this layout and preparing for the stream as well. And yeah, huge shout out to all the players, and for Neryth and SoulXCross for being here on commentary. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, so this will conclude the stream. So there will be, just as a reminder, there will be a tournament happening next weekend. More information will be giving out, so make sure to join the N1GP Discord to keep an eye out. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See you.